Oh shit.
Prime one, that's him. Scott, thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball. You goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, blood I can't cap. Strap with it on my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it your hit different. Yeah, it your hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my fan before me and I gotta mention. I keep an air fan tone mob a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops that get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try to see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a cook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone out the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat, brother, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it your hit different. Yeah.
Are you ready?
No, it was did he show up Miles Drake?
Top of the top,
Top of the top.
fucking top, man. Let's get it, man.
Oh, you ready? Yeah. Light. And you definitely got it right. You have tuned in to another edition of a Wake Your Game
up.
Yes.
It's another one, week 10.
Another one.
Kidda, did you see the absolute fantasy bonanza that was the week 10 Thursday nighter?
Yeah, you know, I got the dual chases. So last night was pretty cool. And then I got a Burrow team, of course. And then but having Chase Brown and Jamar Chase, that was quite the surprise because that hadn't happened like that. And what was it, 200 and goddamn 80 yards or something?
Yeah, 275.
He ran up the field 3 times, bro, basically.
Holy cow.
He said JSN. He told JSN for last week, like, listen, bro, this is how you actually get all.
He's like LSU. That was probably
LSU for real. That was the LSU connection right there at its finest, man. Bro, the chase is uncanny.
Was that better than anything Megatron ever did?
Megatron and Staffy were incredible.
But I don't know if they ever. I don't know if he ever did the 3 touchdown, almost 300 yards.
But have you seen the numbers he's put up this year against the Bengals alone? Chase has. It's disgusting.
Tell us about it.
You mean against the Ravens? You mean?
457 yards.
There you go. I mean, it's a testament to them being one of the league leaders in 20-plus yard receptions down the field. They're probably one of the league leaders in like 30-plus now after this game.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Motherfucking collar fucked up.
Yeah, pretty wild. And then it was kind of sketchy in the beginning, but Lamar came through and kind of solidified his MVP.
MVP'd it up.
Yeah.
That's what Tino was talking about in the chat last night. What was they down 21-7 at one point?
Yep.
Yeah, it was getting sketchy. It was like, oh shit. And all of a sudden he starts doing.
They missed the extra point on one of them touchdowns. So then when they score the next touchdown, they go for the 2.
The 2 point, yeah.
It's just, and then what they definitely, Lamar, I think that was his very first carry within the 5-yard line this year, bro. And then they did it a few times. It was like, something that you probably didn't see on film this year because they had the king. And also, Lamar is not the craziest goal line rusher neither. He's always got his from afar. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that system always ran in with the running backs down there. You know what I mean?
We don't like to talk about kickers too often, but how long of a leash does Tucker have? I know he has a lot of history and he's a legend in Baltimore, but if I was Baltimore, I would be kind of concerned going
into He might be on the H, man.
What the fuck was that? Yeah, I agree with you, kid. He has been not as great the past year.
He's been bad.
Yeah, he has been.
I'd say the past couple of years he hasn't been hitting on those 50-plus yarders actually, more than the season.
And the automatic from back there and pause.
Yeah, and that's how you win playoffs sometimes is by a fucking field goal.
And that motherfucker.
And if you ain't confident about your dude, I mean, that's kind of forcing your hand and pushing the ball when you don't need to.
Yeah, I would say they're definitely we're very conservative for the longest because you have a 65-yard boot on deck. Matter of fact, we're not that far removed from him resetting the record at 66 yards. And it was controversial because they said the time had expired. They're in Detroit indoors. They kicked the thing. They said the time expired and it hit the bottom crossbar and bounced in. So he barely got it, and that was the last of like Justin Tucker, because I would say with kicking, it's all about repetition. And as the analytics started to arise in the league, John Harbaugh was one of the guys. He had a young MIT nerd on the side of him. So all of a sudden now they're a team with Lamar. They're a team that's always going for it on fourth. They're like, all right, fuck, what does the analytics say? Okay, go for it. Boom. Yeah, and they did. All of a sudden the goddamn, maybe that's what happened to him. He just, he isn't their highest scorer anymore. For years, he was their highest scorer on that team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's not a lack of repetition because he's been in the league for so long, and all they do during practice is kick field goals.
Maybe he's on
the only thing they do. So he gets plenty of practice. He's been doing it for long enough. It's just he can't fucking come in the clutch like he's known for, and that kind of scares me if I'm the Ravens going, if we make the playoffs and it comes to a field goal, do we trust this guy? How long will it take for them to actually cut ties?
Would you say the Patriots cut ties with Vinatieri too early?
I do.
But they cut ties with him because they were like, we got Gostkowski here, and Gostkowski went on to be one of the better kickers in the league during his time. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was like, who was ever going to come off Vinatieri, right? Like they didn't win two out of those first 3 Super Bowls off of Vinatieri's foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That motherfucker ended up going to Indianapolis too. When he left New England, he ended up going to Indianapolis. But to further Kidda's point is that like the way that the Ravens have been losing in the playoffs as well, and if it does come down to a field goal game, and with him not having the equity in the bank as of yet this year, it looks like, it could be kind of shaky because, when they get there, if that motherfucker wins his 3rd MVP and doesn't win a playoff game this year, he got more MVPs than playoff games.
Wow.
Yeah, it is true. And he's the
he only had 2 playoff, or was it 3 playoff wins when there's no 2.
I think he's 2-4 in playoffs
2-4.
right now. So if he wins the which we all probably think that he's running away with it right now. If they don't perform in the playoffs and it happens to be a fucking field goal game, you know what I mean? And you got and he's a highly paid kicker. You know what I mean? It's like this motherfucker's a scrub, and
I think he's second highest. I
There
think
it
he's
is.
behind.
Who's the
I think
first?
behind Harrison Butker, right?
I
Shit, I
wouldn't
don't
know
know,
that.
bro.
You would know that, Lee.
Though. I think he got the bag before, though, for sure.
I know
He got
Butker just got
$20
his
million
deal.
bag.
He has Bud in his name. Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also has her in his name.
Ah.
Her.
But her
Butter.
I guess it's up there with her big. Too.
big.
Her big.
All right, it goes Harrison Butt kicker, Jake Elliott, Justin Tucker.
Just Tucker. You got that Texas voice in you today, boy. Just
Jake
know,
Elliott in
I-
Miami? Is he still
for
in Miami?
Philly. For Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's-
who am I thinking of in Miami?
Butker's making $6.4 million. Jake Elliott's making $6 million, and Tucker's making $6 million. But then you got Matt Gay pause at number 4.
Who he kicked for?
Perfect.
He with Indy now.
Wait, Indy?
Yeah. Then you got Cameron Dicker from the Chargers.
Dicker
Dicker the kicker.
Dicker.
Dicker the kicker pause.
Dicker.
And they can't even
Sure.
recruit good soccer players because all the soccer players actually make way more money than the NFL kicker. Man, they might have to.
So
might have to pay
Kenny
somebody.
Fairbairn was a collegiate soccer player.
There it
Yeah,
is.
they're the best kickers. That's what they usually are.
They don't fuck around and be out there barefoot. Like, listen.
Yeah, but it's different
You don't
kicking.
do that no more, huh?
It's different kicking an
They make
round
special
ball
little
to an
shoes for
oval
them
ball.
now.
Now, as
Okay,
a
where it's just
soccer
like
player, it's a
little
lot
leather.
harder kicking those balls. Pause.
I got a question for you.
It's probably
So,
not that hard of a learning curve, to be honest.
Hey, on college
You give them a week and they'll be able to kick a field goal, probably fucking 60 yards.
on college game day, they let the students try and
Yeah,
kick
I know that.
1,000. So I was gonna ask you, Lee, because I seen the motherfucker when the Hurricanes was out here in Berkeley. The kid made the field goal, but when I watched it like 2 weeks ago, the kid didn't make it.
Yeah,
Do you think you could bang one of them motherfuckers?
I could because I played in high school for my high school team.
Is that right?
Because after soccer, you have football. So basically, I was coming off soccer to play football.
Get the fuck
So I
out of
would
here.
kick. I would only kick field goals. I didn't kick like any.
didn't
I just
punt?
kicked field goals. That's it.
Oh, my mouth.
But I won't
feel
lie,
like a goalie
it
would be
hurt.
the
It was
kicker.
hard for me going from a round ball pause to an oval because of the
Oblong is, I think, the word you're looking for.
oblong. Yeah, well, because of the laces. If you didn't hit it in the right
Laces
spot,
out.
you had the welts.
I can contest for that. I mean,
Right.
I was a holder for 4 years. Laces always got to be out. That
Yep.
messes up soccer style kickers.
Laces out.
That's what happened to
Damn.
Ray Finkel. Remember, she was mad, or he was mad because the laces was in.
In soccer, you lean over, the ball goes up because you want it to go far.
Wait, say
In
that again,
football,
Lee?
You got to make sure that sucker goes far.
Say what you said again.
When in soccer, you have to lean over to get the drive out of it. You lean over the ball. The more you lean over the ball, the more distance you get. Now in
Oh.
football, it goes high. You want it to go up. So you have to focus and drive it because you're like, okay,
I can't
the
believe
ball
you're
can
calling
go
it
left
soccer,
or
man.
right.
Football, man. You're a soccer player.
Yeah.
So my theory on the goalie being the best option for an actual field goal kicker, is there any do you have any opinion on that claim? Because they're the ones who are kicking the ball as far as they can.
Yeah.
And it's usually a high pass, so the hang time of the ball, it gives the team the ability to go out and get it.
Exactly.
Man, I seen some of these motherfuckers, they'll kick that shit smooth curve that it just then goes this way and shit. Like, that shit
I don't
crazy.
think those are I don't think those are the NFL kickers though.
No,
They're
I'm
very
talking about
skilled.
kickers.
But the goalie, he's the only one on the field that usually tries to kick the ball as far as he can, and
Hell
probably
yeah.
put it in a spot. He's trying to be accurate because there's probably plays they know it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna favor the right, so he's gonna kick it to the right. And
One day, instead of uprights, they'll just have one in the middle.
What's that fucking Mahomes commercial with the half soccer
how
ball,
hard
half
is it?
football?
My mama. That
When
was,
I see somebody
He
hit the
kicks it
upright,
over the goal and
do
it
that
goes
on
over
purpose.
the goalpost.
and he did the bicycle kick on that bitch. That shit was
Yeah.
They need that Bears kicker.
Goal, no field goal.
The double doink motherfucker. This fool did it like 4 times in a year, man.
Hey Lee, can you aim for the sidebars? When
That's
you
a trick. Yeah.
What- You can, but it's really how should
You know,
say it?
I got to see Lee kick.
I got a homeboy that could do
gotta
that.
see it.
One of my homeboys, Aiden, man, that motherfucker be on that motherfucker. The way he be dribbling.
We're talking almost 30 years since I kicked a football.
Yeah. Oh my mom.
We'll
No,
get you
so
right
what
there in the 10-yard
now,
line.
man. Pause.
When you used to play, could you aim for that bitch? Can you
Yes,
aim
I
for
could. I could. If I could.
that shit is cleaner than a motherfucker to me, bro. I be seeing my homeboy do that shit.
Now, when I play soccer, I like to my dad taught me because he was British, right? You hit the ball on the side of your foot, right? And you want it to curve, it will go that way. It all depends how you angle your body. It will go, if you hit it at a certain angle, it will go that way or go that way. It's all
Lee used to play soccer in the mean
28
streets
years.
of
I spent
Britain.
28 years of my life. You play it, you know that
Hey, so on the
by heart.
when y'all be passing, is that what you talk about? The angles is when y'all
Yes,
be to each other?
exactly. It's all how should I say it? How I was raised. It's how you position yourself and how you position your body. Pause. You can do it fine. It's just it's like any other sport. It takes time, but you master it. You're fine.
Let's go.
100%.
I fucking love Lee. I love that he says pause. It's hella
Hey man, I'm just trying to get better little by little.
No. You nailed it. I'm just saying. It's funny seeing the older white gentleman say
Hey, we got a question in chat. Shout out to Brad McCoy, 24,
What's
man.
up, Brad?
100%. He
He's
said
the real McCoy.
he's the real McCoy. Crazy work like Shady, man. 100%.
Around.
Thoughts on vetoing in fantasy? I traded
Shouldn't
DJ.
be available. It should not even be an option.
Yeah.
All platforms should
Veto
get
is
rid of
beef.
veto.
Hey, Vito.
Are you out of your mind?
Why is it there? But he said, I traded DJ Moore and Kareem Hunt for MHJR. It got vetoed and the trade isn't going through. What's the
If you're joining the league and there's like what we call that, the conspiracy and the whole fucking like collusion, like come on, man, like, that is actually probably 30 years ago. 30 years ago, when you couldn't field fantasy football league with actual 8 different or more people, then that would be a concern of yours. But this is 2024, where there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people playing this stupid game, and there's no reason for it anymore. They should just get rid of it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. This is why I love Sleeper, because then if you have a veto option, you can make it where it's not anonymous. So it's like, oh, you want to veto me? Show yourself. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. In Yahoo, if you're in a 10-man league,
It shows your ID.
Hold on. If you're in a 10-man league or a 12-man league, it only requires 4 vetoes.
What?
4.
That's
Yeah,
not
it's
what
only 4.
It only requires 4. So immediately, if me and JD made a trade and JD playing Lee and I'm playing Kidda, we're naturally going to assume those first 2 vetoes came from our opponents. And then you could always bank on the one bruh in the league. He just vetoed everything because no one trades with him. He just hates on everything. Boom, boom, veto. And then next thing you know, within minutes of your shit being accepted, it gets vetoed. That shit, man, we used to have to do, so it'd be 20, our shit used to be 48 hours that you had to veto it. So what I used to do is I'd tell bruh, I'd be like, okay, me and you, we finna make this trade Friday, okay? You hit accept 11:59. Okay, because then once it goes over midnight, that's a day now. This used to be the loophole, and then now everyone's partying, doing their thing Saturday. They would be partying Friday night. Hopefully, you got that next day that no one just happens to see it. And then that's how I used to squeeze trades through until I finally lobbied everyone enough to vote before the next year started to just get rid of the vetoes. It's funk. Vetoes are funk, right?
Then he said they hating on him for being smart because he said they're saying Pacheco is coming back next week, but still, I mean, Even
so
if,
that's the reason. See, the reason for vetoing, that's not a reason. Like, oh, you're so smart and you're gonna improve. I don't like that.
oh my mama, that shit.
I don't know if he's coming back next. Hold on.
Talk about it.
They talk. I heard week 13. I heard week 12 or 13.
Yeah, well, they said, you know, I mean, they said that they're hoping he can get back to practice in preparation for week 11. But even if he gets back to practice, that means that he's en route for like week 12. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, come back to us, Pachakes.
He's heating up.
Yeah, and we all need him in our lives again.
Hey, Brad, is that one of your home leagues or is that just a league that you just found? Because that shit don't sound right, bro. That's not too cool, bro.
You know what though? It sounds like home leagues, bro. Because that's how my home league was for years. Just these motherfuckers that just don't want to make trades. You know what I'm saying? Or when
Yeah,
it
but
does
those
make
are no
trades,
fun leagues, though. I say.
NFL, the real NFL.
we had an issue yesterday. We won't go down the whole spiel, but like
Oh yeah.
in a dynasty where they got really upset that they had traded for the wrong Tagovailoa. You know what I
I
mean?
know Peacock would love that stuff right there.
But here's the
Texans
thing, though.
are the zit.
Here's the thing, though. I told that motherfucker, "Hey, bro, you should be upset at the Dallas Cowboys for giving up a fourth for Jonathan Mingo. Like that's the same thing. You're yelling at no one at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
organizations, even the real organizations, do dumb shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Speaking of dumb shit, look at this right here. We got King D still in the building. He says, speaking of veto, I vetoed this trade. Parker Washington, J.K. Dobbins for Josh Allen, Ramondre, and JSN.
There you go.
Oh, for
That
real?
is
It's
veto
not
worthy.
even the worst I've
No one is
heard
veto
this
worthy.
season.
It's not.
No.
No.
No, I've seen a couple
I
crazy
think
ones.
Boca
There's
knows
this-
what I'm
Hold on,
talking
there's
about.
this crazy asshole sent out Skylar Thompson and got Josh Jacobs, that fucking asshole.
Oh,
That fucking asshole.
How quickly people forgot about that after yesterday's debacle.
When Peacock had got off the wrong Tagovailoa for a third round, I was like, thank God.
That wasn't even my fault, bro. People were attacking me. Hilarious.
Hey, because
There was
let
one person
people-
attacking
a
you.
grown man can do
Okay,
what he
yeah.
wants with his team. This is his money. Hey, listen, I get upset.
My money and I
I
want it
gave
now.
him the hint.
I want it
was
now.
the first person to jump on the Tagovailoa. I was like, wait, hold on. What? And then I look at it. I'm like, Talina, who the fuck is Talina? Is that his sister? I'm like, I didn't know she played football. And then,
she came from rugby.
Her name was Talia or something. Talia.
yeah, it.
And hold on, we should really be upset with his parents for their lack of creativity. They're like Tua Leah.
And Tao, Tua and Tao.
To
I
untie.
threw in the tail.
No, but it was Tua Leah. It's like spelled damn near the same with extra letters on the end of it. You know what I mean?
Look, Smitty, look, we got the chat on fire talking about the veto. Shout out to Brad. Smitty said, bruh, my trade got vetoed too. They hated on me too because I handcuffed the QBs and used them as a trade.
Let's go.
That's
Hey,
what
hey, if it gets you an advantage, do it.
See,
And
this
this
is what I'm
fact.
saying, man. I don't like I don't even like limits in leagues. Like when it's like, oh, you can only pick up and hold so many. Like, fuck all that. Like, this is all out fucking war. Hey, you can't. If somebody's trying to kill me in the field, I like, oh, hold on, bro. Is that an issued? Is that an issued gun? We're not allowed to use these guns. No, you know what I'm saying? Come through with every gun that you got.
100%. You can only have 3 quarterbacks on your roster, man. Fuck that. If it's a super flex, man, you better go rack them
Exactly. Rack yourself up. Yeah.
everything. And
Come on, man.
These
Brad-
give me all those ESPN and Yahoo vibes, like hard. Like it's just
Yeah, sleepers.
you gotta jump in the sleeper fucking app, man. Convince
You know-
your
No, you facts. And you know
Sleeper,
what?
give me
bro?
money.
The only thing with Yahoo is if Sleeper can find a way to get your Yahoo history transferred over to Sleeper.
Oh,
it's-
you're all set.
It's called a screenshot, my guy, dude. Like, it's just like there. It's my
well,
history.
see, in my home league, we 15 years in. I've been playing since 09.
That's
So that's
15 screenshots. Come on.
I don't. Well, see, you go back all your points. Motherfuckers like to pull receipts. Oh,
Yeah, that's true. I'm the same way.
I whooped
And you
you.
living in the past for what?
I mean, it's called receipts.
It's legacy.
It's called, there it is. There. Oh my mom.
I don't know, man. I just count the championships. Like, look, I won in 2018. Remember that? I won in 2015.
wow.
Remember that? Like,
I don't really care.
It's
about
like,
the-
do you remember the Super Bowl champion of 2017?
I have been diamond a few times.
Was it the Eagles?
Well, if it was Steamboat, he'd be pulling up the receipts left and right.
The actual NFL Super Bowl
He
champion of
is
2017.
Diamond Joe.
We don't even know that.
Ranking is
How would
it
you
right now?
remember who won your fantasy league in 2017?
That's why I'm reminding people when I won. Is all I'm saying.
Exactly.
They're on
That's
the
all you
trophy.
gotta do. Because you say who's got that chip, not you.
Hey, listen, but fuck vetoes, bruh. Vetoes is funk. And like, let alone like, what if you wanted to trade for a player and he had that Thursday night thing? So then it'd be like, okay, bruh, we gotta make this trade Tuesday. That way it could process by Thursday.
Oh yeah, because it takes
we
a day.
don't get vetoed by then, and then motherfuckers a veto. And here's the thing. And sometimes trades, man, I might be talking to bruh for like a week, bruh. And then within 1 minute, motherfucker gets vetoed. I'm hot.
What's hot?
Then now I'm on a revenge tour. Now the nearest trade's being made around me now. At that point, I'm vetoing everything. Fuck that. Oh, that's a really fair trade. Good for you. Vetoed. I even called a homie, bro. They vetoed your trade. You see that? You know what I mean?
Trying to get it fired up. Trying to fire it up.
Hey, here's the one thing about the veto, which is funny because you can veto your own shit. And like there has been instances where like a trade gets processed or a trade gets accepted, then such and such all of a sudden he pops up on an injury report like, oh, he doubtful for this week. Oh, he might get put on the IR. I'll veto my own shit. Oh shit. You know what I mean?
I think they all no, I don't think they should. I think, you know what I mean, like if we all know each other in the league, then you know what I mean, it shouldn't be no veto. You know, maybe in leagues with motherfuckers we really don't know like that, you can have the commissioner process the trade. In leagues that I'm in, we don't even don't have the commissioner process trade. This should go right through. 100%.
Liddell, what's his name?
Who?
The commissioner for the league?
The Bumdale?
Yeah, the Bumdale, right?
Roger Goodell.
Why didn't he come down and veto that DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs trade? Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? For a 6th round swap or something like that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just dismantle the Titans already. Don't remember them. Just get rid of them.
Hey, you said Mingo went higher for Hopkins.
It's in the Chargers and the Titans for the Canadian Football League. That would be great.
Yeah, why do we need 32 teams? Let's cut it down to 30.
It'd be the first.
You can sub the Cowboys in for the Chargers.
Oh no.
Thank you, Peacock. I appreciate that.
We just kind of merge the two together, right? The Charge Boys or something like that, or the Cowboys.
The Charge Boys.
Pause.
He's heating up.
That's like merging a cowgirl with a 49er. Pause.
Yeah, because we done tech them down, didn't we? Knocking them down.
Well, I can't say that much for you.
I throw my 49ers in here. We the gang.
Hey, Brad said it's all right though. We came back with a vengeance. We dropped 100 last night on TNF. Burrow Chase and King Henry showed out for it. And then he said, I made a trade to someone and it got vetoed. Someone traded the same player I wanted, and the guy accepted. I'd offer him Stafford and Monty for Aaron Jones and Jacoby Myers. Oscar has a baloney, and what's his first name?
You're better off just staying.
I would just stay put, yeah.
Top of the moaning cap.
Yeah.
Said,
If he needs a wide receiver, bad. I mean, and he sometimes.
Man, Deontay Johnson killed me last night. I wish I never started him last night.
Who the fuck is Tylan Wallace or some shit? Tyler Wallace, this motherfucker.
Oh, man.
We get a handful of these games every year where like some no name comes through with like the 114 yards.
Oh, like Chris Matthews? Chris Matthews.
Yeah.
Who?
Chris Matthews was a receiver for the Seahawks.
For the Seahawks, yeah.
Yeah, against the Patriots. And the motherfucker caught 2 touchdowns. He didn't do shit all year. Then he does nothing ever after that.
They only do it in one game, right?
But it was a Super Bowl, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or Juwanna Man, like last year. Like that was the only fucking big hitting game that he had.
Gabe Davis in the fucking playoffs for a couple
years. 3 touchdowns.
Remember, Gabe Davis would just go crazy in the playoffs. He ain't doing shit in the regular season.
There's usually a handful of them a year.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
That shit's old. Yeah. So what's up, man? What's some of these marquee matchups y'all want to break down?
You got any? You want to get into the ear to the streets? You want to get
You
into
want me to go to the streets?
We ain't got there yet. Let's get to the streets.
on everything?
They got to the streets.
To the streets. Got you.
Good morning, fellas. Morning.
Top of the morning, big bro.
He got real serious, huh? He got his character.
Hey, you know what? You know the people because they be asking for it in the comments, man. Lee Chester, Lee, whatever. You know, they be man. We
Take him to the streets, Lee.
Oh my mama, they be wanting that shit, boy.
They want their news.
They want that news, boy.
Oh, man, Lee, what you got? What you
All
got?
right, well, we had a good game last night. Baltimore and the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, 35-34. Well, Kyle Hamilton suffered an ankle injury, but it isn't serious.
Okay.
That's a good thing. And Jamar Chase goes off again. So he has an NFL record now of 457 yards, receiving yards this year against the Ravens in both games.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You tasting it.
I know we touched on it, but Chris Olave is going to see a concussion specialist due to his many concussions, and he's going to make a choice going forward to see if he plays again this season.
So bad.
Damn. Yeah.
They're just really bad.
Yeah. So.
And Derek Carr sucks. He probably hates Derek Carr. He's like, man, fuck that.
Oh, that yeah, I know.
I suck.
And with Jaden Daniels getting Rookie of the Week again this past week, he's the first NFL rookie to get it 7 times in 9 weeks.
That's a bad motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, it's a
That's a bad dude right there.
Shout out to everybody that drafted him.
And
watch when he starts just really shredding too. He ain't even really been just shred like it's a combination of the air and ground attack with when you talk about Jaden Daniels. But man, watch when he start really getting into his pocket for real, bro.
Yeah. News coming out of Chicago is Matt Eberflus is on the hot seat. He needs to win around half of their divisional games to keep his job.
He's heating up.
It's the attitude of the team when you got DJ Moore walking off.
Yeah, exactly.
And like all that stuff. It shows very negatively on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Kidda, as for your Jets, Christopher Johnson is expected to take over the day-to-day control of the Jets again, with owner Woody Johnson likely to resume the ambassador role.
Okay. I mean, in my opinion, front office guys.
We had an extra evil laugh on that
with football decisions.
Yeah, I know.
For some reason, we just like to take gigs on all our teams. Listen, the Chargers ain't it, right?
Cold peas.
At least they got a better record than the Jets.
That doesn't say a lot, man.
Hey, well, at least I can. And as for let's just say is all right. Let's get the Bills. Hope to have their new stadium is expected to be ready for the 2026 season.
So what are they doing?
So it's gonna be like one of those pop-up tents then.
Yeah, they're like
their $1.7 billion stadium. Yes.
Didn't motherfucking take forever to build? Didn't the fucking one in LA take like?
But didn't they? Are we talking about building on top of the joint, like the existing one?
No, they're not.
A dome on top of it.
All
That's
right.
what I thought they were about to put a hat on that motherfucker.
Oh, I thought they were doing a whole brand new like.
No, it's a brand new
blow it up
stadium.
and put a new one up.
No, they didn't put a brand new one up. Yeah. All right.
It's not gonna be in Orchard Park no more.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that joint over there? Like when
Yeah.
you go look for parking, they got fools that have houses around there that just been living there. They got big yards. They let people park on their lawn for real. Like it's just part of the culture. Yeah, but when you
We
go
got
to
to call
Buffalo is the tailgate
in Buffalo, man. Shout out to Hefe. We got to call Hefe one day on the show.
shout out to East Buff.
Oh my mama! Shout out to East Buffalo, man.
It goes down over there.
All right. So Keon Coleman is out for Week 10.
Yeah, and I think we should expect them to be out
Yep.
till after their bye week for real.
Trevor Lawrence is a no-go.
I was gonna say, fire up the Shakiras.
Yep.
Yes.
Shakira.
And Matt Jones is going to get the start.
Yeah.
Look at McCoracle.
Yeah, I picked him up,
Jones. That's his
picked him up
name.
at 5 a.m. on Wednesday when I got Lee's text message in like 3 leagues.
I was awake and I didn't even react.
He was like, Trevor Lawrence might not play. I was like, really?
Matt Jones.
I was like, go to all the Superflex leagues real fast.
I was reading it and I didn't act.
Amari Cooper's questionable to play on Sunday.
Good.
Jonathan Brooks is a
Fire up the Shakiras.
For real.
Well, we know the
Hold
49ers.
on. I have thoughts on this Jonathan Brooks thing.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to Chuba. He got a bag. They
Yes,
gave
he
him
did.
$15 million guaranteed with a little woo-wop extension. You feel me? Like, I don't think they're gonna necessarily just rush Jonathan Brooks in there. Maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe he's not coming. You know what I mean? He's not his ACL recovery isn't up to their standards right now or something, bro. Because even if he gets in there, it's Chuba's backfield, bro. You paid him now.
Well, I think also if they didn't activate him, he would have been done for the season.
100%, because they were closed, that window, the 21-day window was closing this week. So
we know CMC is going to play this weekend. Baker Mayfield's a go, and AJ Brown's a go.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's the guy. We love you, Baker.
AJ Brown shit's fucking making me very much more comfortable than I was.
Man, I've been pissed off with AJ Brown. I've been pissed off with AJ Brown. Talk about missing a month almost,
Just match it, bro.
Exactly.
and then dying on me twice in my starting roster. Like, come on, AJ Brown. Fuck, dude.
What about Devontae Smith, Lee? Any words on Devontae Smith? We got a cap for life.
Let me take a look at it right now, and I'll do it.
I think he should be okay, right?
I haven't seen anything about him, but
I saw
take a peek right now.
Eagles Twitter like bragging about Devontae Smith, like saying something about that Nico Collins conversation stopped quick. I was like, bro, he's been out for a month and he still has 100 more receiving yards than Devontae Smith. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck? That's crazy. And Dallas Goedert is going to make his return too. So
yep, that's correct.
I don't like it when both of them exist on the field. They
I have Goddard in places, and I just rather not.
All
have
right,
him on the roster.
Devontae Smith returned to practice yesterday, so he's probably going to be a go.
There you go.
Yeah, he's trending.
Yep.
I didn't even know he was not like, or I didn't even know he was.
He got banged up in that game.
Yeah, he did pretty good, but I haven't. And Nico Collins he's back off the IR, so hopefully he's in there.
Hold on. They didn't activate him yet, did they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
They
he's
did
activated, but it's still up in the air whether he's going to play.
He's a game time decision because I watched the Texans coach this morning. He said he's going to be a true game
20 plus miles per hour.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit, bro. He's
I think
ready.
it's game
He's ready to
decision.
go. They're keeping him like hidden from the media.
I saw the footage. It was actually DeMeco Ryans in his car going 20, and right there next to him was Nico just
jogging.
Jogging 20 miles an hour. He can run 30. All right, let's go.
It was DeMeco Ryans in the minivan.
Yeah, the initial tweet from Aaron Wilson was that, he was going to get activated. It was just a matter of when, and they were really bringing it down to like the last possible second before being able to log a practice. We'll talk about it in the H-Town huddle either later tonight or tomorrow.
Peacock, I will say, those jerseys you guys are wearing Sunday are fire.
I will be wearing my red Nico Collins jersey for the show.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Fire,
I told my
man.
mom at the beginning of the season, I said, man, I like the Texans because she's a Texans fan. So I'm like, I like the red fucking jerseys. And she's like, She just didn't like it. I was like, what do you mean you don't like it? It's fucking awesome. It's like, there's
The helmet.
the red on the red. Like, there's no other team that looks like that.
Yeah, it's like the helmet's dope too because it's chromed out and it has the glitter and it's like candy paint. It has like that Houston car paint.
I was gonna hook her up with some merch, but she didn't want it, and I was like, okay. Whatever.
I got my wife the all red with a black H on it, so she's rocking that.
Wow.
He's heating up.
Hopefully we get Nico.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. That's the in-house rivalry. My dad's a Lions fan and my mom's a Texans fan, so big week in the household.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
so-
they go to a sports bar and they got their like when they walk in they got their own seats. You know, like it's like Cheers where like they only have like whatever like somebody sitting in, and then they drape them with my parents' teams. So you know it's like okay, this is Ron's
Reserved
seat,
seating,
this is
yeah.
Tina's seat. So they walk in and fucking sit down, but they help the place out. You know, they're always doing stuff because they don't have a kitchen. So every once in a while, my mom will bring in a bunch of food and feed like the core group. And
Yeah, I had a bar where it had that Cheers vibe, and they need my seat, right? And then like I'd get there and they'd be like the usual, or they'd already bring in my order of food and my beer and my shot. So
yeah, exactly.
those days are gone, but it was a good feeling.
In fact, because my parents were like trying to figure out where to go for football. And they were going to all these like local joints, and they were like, okay, well, let's go a little bit outside of local. We could do the Uber and stuff. So they roll up, and they liked the vibe, and they were like, yeah, but you don't have my rum. And they're like, oh, what do you drink? And she's like, Mount Gay rum. And she's like, I don't know what that's all about. And then they ordered like, because my parents are like me, where they just like, so by the time that they were ready to leave, the owner of the bar comes over and said, I'm going to have 3 bottles here tomorrow because I want you to keep coming, because they were drinking at like, you know, fish, and they're good people and they tip really well, and, you know, vibes are high. So that's kind of where they've been rocking for the last probably like 4 years now.
Shout out to Mama Kidda and Papa Kidda, man. 100%, man.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun people. I wish they were in our generation where they're like, oh yeah, we'll watch YouTube, but like YouTube is totally like, why would I even spend time on YouTube? Like, I'm like, oh, it's cool. They're like, nah, cable. They still pay cable and watch cable. You know what I mean?
Oh, the old, yeah.
Talking about Bakes. We got Bakes in the building, y'all. Oh, every day. Smitty said because he felt sorry for the guy because he was adjusting his team before the trade went through. That's the guy's dumbass fault for not waiting on the trade. I said, what the fuck? Because you felt sorry. It's money on the line, 100%.
Hey.
And
all right. Mike
any-
Evans has been ruled out.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
When do we get when is their bye week, big bro?
I think that's 14.
Oh,
Fire up Kate Otten again. Come on. This
there it is there. There it is there. Kate Otten.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
my
about to
God.
take Kate Otten off the trade block right now in my home league.
It's probably not
I was going to trade him for Najee, like straight up, and I was like, I don't know.
not anymore.
Yeah, probably not anymore.
Any word on CD?
I haven't heard anything just yet, but I don't think he's gonna. Well, who knows what he's gonna do, but I don't know.
Nico Collins still TBD. Cap for Life said a house divided. The Lions and the fucking Texans for sure.
Yeah, it's because we're San Diegans, so when the Chargers dipped out, we're all like going one way or the other way. My mom actually, she's been a fan of the Texans since they came into the league, so she was never a Chargers fan. Like,
Hey,
there's a lot
Bogey,
of
you were
San
away.
Diegans
Mike
that aren't
Evans is
Chargers
out.
fan.
Yeah. We've been expecting Mike Evans to not come back till after their week 12 bye week.
All right.
Yeah. Or week 11 bye week, I think it is. Yeah. So week 12, we should expect some Mike Evans because they didn't put him on the IR. They
Nope.
could have put him on the IR for 4 weeks. I killed him.
Hey, Cap for Life says some real shit, man. And this goes back to the cheers. Sometimes you just want to go where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came.
Oh hell
you
yeah!
know what, man.
Shout out to Cap.
It's a good place.
Hey, and Cap, check me out on YouTube or Spotify. Even Bogart Scott Free. Cheers.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I flipped that Cheers joint back in the days, man. That shit goes crazy. I wasn't even back then. It's like 2020 or something.
I got you in a bit with that one, big bro. Don't worry. I'll do a share.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you know what I was thinking? We should always do like after the first hour, do like a break so we can come back like, welcome to hour 2 of Wake Your Game Up. You know what I mean? Like, and we can hit it off with little breaks like that, right?
And you know what? That's not the first time the Cheers reference has came up on the show. We've talked about Cheers plenty of times.
Yeah, come on, man.
2 weeks ago.
And I ain't gonna lie, we definitely have cultivated something like that. Like when we see, the Emils of the world or the Cap for Life or the King D's, it's like we all at the bar, you know what I mean? Hey, I can't get him around on me. You know what I mean?
So I got the album art up there. I did this one for Bogey. Yeah. He's back there behind the bar with.
Oh, wow. I'm there.
I can't tell you how many times I've been there too. That place is pretty rocking.
Here you go. Give it a listen. Quick 2-minute break.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's not surprise I'm on the rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name. Nothing to the bullshit, running over cane. See, I ain't the only one eating off my plate. Got the goddamn world on my shoulder blades. They say pressure makes diamonds, money motivates. For my beer, I show you how I let go away. From the Golden Gate, cross the Golden State. Making plays in the A, back shoulder fade. Without saying no names or exposing the game, I'm connected with kingpins all across the state.
Hey, Peacock.
From the
Nico,
never going for long, can't go astray. You're in the way, oh, you're on the way. Ain't playing with the jugs, see the look on my face.
We got breaking news here.
Yeah, Nico is at practice. I saw that, or he was at practice.
Yeah.
Open to the portion of the media where you get to see him with the team. So, like I said, trending towards playing. It was a matter of time, but just wanted to make sure before we went live for the H-Town huddle. So we'll cover that soon.
If anyone has Adam Thielen, he's been ruled out.
It's so simple. Boom, 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 bah, boom, 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 bah. Straight up fucking boom, bap.
Yes,
Pretty much, that kind of was an hour mark almost, huh? I had us 10 minutes late today. Let's go. I forgot about that joint. That was my shit back in. Yeah. You did that cover. I remember that. I was like, listen, I'm just on to be in Cheers. He's like, got you. I was in that thing.
Yeah, I also did this one. It was next.
I did all my joints since like 2020 for at least all my stuff. Like the stuff I collaborated with, somebody else might have done it, but
I love that cover right there.
Yeah, that one badass.
One right here.
Yeah, and the parental advisory is the license plate.
Yeah, that's badass.
Bogey, I sent you a text about something too. You'll laugh at it.
Okay, I'll put my phone on the charger right now when I went inside.
You'll know why I sent it to you because I don't want to say it in the show,
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, if it's fuck shit, it can wait. I don't really indulge in the fuck shit. I like having a laugh though. Yeah, but yeah, man, check me out, Bogart Scott-Free, anywhere you consume your music. Also, shout out to Neon Peacock, does all the wonderful designs, the cover arts. You know what I'm saying? The art always match. I love that when I work with Peacock because it'll make the art match whatever the craft is. You know what I'm saying? It's a symbiotic relationship. You know what I mean? Shout out to man, and shout out to our sponsor too, man. Let's go ahead and run. Let's go ahead and run the commercial for our proud sponsor, NeonPeacockMerch.com.
All right, hold on. Let me find the videos. There they are. They were hidden.
My bad. Put your
It's all good.
Yeah. You know what? We might need some Ric Flair woos, like some wild ones. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need some Ric Flair woos. Yeah, put that on the list. Yeah. So, I have some matchups here. I wanted to, or even some starts that I wanted to kind of. How do y'all feel about Danny Dumbass this week?
Actually, against Carolina,
Yeah.
I like it.
Hell yeah. I got Wandale fired up just in case if DK don't come back. I got Wandale in the league where I got to play.
DK's on a bye. Oh, DK on a bye anyway this week. So
100% with. Oh shit, he is on a bye. I mean, excuse me, Nico. Excuse me. I got Nico and DK in that league. Excuse me, my bad.
Is there anyone else you might be able to pick up and then house to wait on Nico?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Go to that league. It's actually the classic on Yahoo. I'm gonna tell you the roster right now. As of right now in the lineup, I got Stafford, Sutton, Wandale, Montgomery, C-Mac, McBride, and I fired up Gesicki, but I was dabbling between Brian Robinson, which has still been iffy. And
so you know what I might do?
I had QJ on the bench, but I still got Nico. They still got Nico projected with 0 points on Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo's really slow though.
You won't see anything probably till tomorrow, late tonight or early tomorrow morning.
Here's what I'm thinking: is I don't fuck with Sutton like that, bro. Like I might even like if you're gonna play the Wandale, and I don't really like the direction has been going for Wandale either. But Slayton's out, so I would imagine like. They'll act. Hyatt will play that role, but with Slayton now, it doesn't mean like they're gonna go to Hyatt. I feel like this does help Wandale. You know what I mean? And, but if you're gonna play Wandale, I would weight it down and then not play Cortland. Like if we get news, then I'd play Cortland. Like if I get news that Nico not gonna go or something, you know what I mean? Because I would play Nico over all of them. But yeah, because of the matchup.
Derek Carr didn't do much. He did enough to be kind of like whatever. He hits his projection, which was super low anyways, probably like a back end QB2. What I do like though is Tyrone Tracy in that matchup. We expect him to get a lot of looks in the passing game and then the majority of the carries because they've kind of phased out Devin Singletary all the way. He's not there anymore. So I think the guys who are bell cows going up against Carolina are now must starts. Doesn't matter where their fantasy value is in your opinion. It's just like it's a roll. So if you get a guy who can get the majority of carries and go up against that defense, they're probably going to be eating pretty well. So I'm firing up Tyrone Tracy
100%
on the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
The Daniel Jones thing is gonna it's a hit or miss.
Daniel Jones or Russ?
Russ.
Okay. Daniel Jones, Caleb Williams.
Caleb.
Word. Okay. Daniel Jones. Mac Jones.
I'm gonna go Danny Dumbass.
Okay, finally. I was like, who can I find to make someone say Danny Dumbass?
There we go. Let's do
there
it.
It is.
So with the Danny
all right.
Because
I actually have that debacle. It's like I have Russ in there, but like I do like Danny Dumbass here. Like I just don't like the fact that it's in Germany. You know what I mean? Like those games be like wonky.
Yeah, they are whack, aren't they? Fuck.
Yeah.
What are we doing in Europe? They don't even fucking
It's
care.
our last.
I guess in Germany there are a lot of Americans, so they get all hyped up and they probably sell that fucking stadium out with all the Americans that live.
That thing was probably sold out very fast too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit sold out like in an hour when they first went there because you had Tom Brady going there too.
That was.
Of course, Tom Brady has to be the first to win in Germany, right? And they pinned him against it would have been the Drew Lock led Seahawks, but he lost the job to Geno Smith that year because of the COVID shit. Remember that? Yeah, Geno Smith just went bonkers and shit. That was a shootout too. So maybe there's something to that. Who played in Germany the last couple years after that though? Those were all whack. That debut though was pretty badass.
I don't know. I can't remember 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I know that feeling.
He's like the fish from Finding Nemo. We gotta remind Kidda.
Yeah.
I like that. It's great. You gotta have amnesia when you're in football, right?
I think I have amnesia because of football.
Hey, TJ.
They didn't have the fancy helmets when I was playing. They had the, actually the Aaron Rodgers helmet. That's what I was rocking with. Like the basic looking one. No like speed holes or whatever the fuck is going on with that shit. Aerodynamic, just
The
a
old
round
school
thing on
ones.
your head with a face mask.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Steelers versus Washington? Since we were talking about Russ, what y'all like in this matchup? Are we worried about? I mean, we're obviously playing Scary Terry, right? We're playing the Scottish lad, the laddie, Terry McLaurin. But
JD,
I mean, it's a terrible matchup for a lot of those pieces on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point,
pretty
JD
good.
Daniels isn't a piece that you would sit.
No,
in.
never.
Nope.
QB.
Never now. Not now.
And he's kind of, it's crazy because the efficiency's there. We like the pieces that he's attached to. Austin Eckler's been doing his thing. And we're probably going to get a heavy dose of him again. If what was B?
They're the team that got Marshawn Lattimore, right?
Yeah, but he's not going to play this one. He's hurt. He's hurt right now. He's questionable right now, so you don't expect him to play. He was banked up going in there. That's probably why they. First of all, they did restructure his contract for whoever traded for him. It was like, it wasn't going to be too much for them this year at least. Yeah, and they definitely need someone like a Lattimore, because and that makes me like George Pickens a lot this week, because they have been most of the year they're giving up to opposing number ones. It started with in week one against who was it, Nabbers that tore him up week one.
Mm-hmm.
It was Jones.
Never tore him up.
Who was the guy out in Chicago? Chicago is very sketchy. They all don't hit usually. Who was the guy?
DJ Moore.
Chicago?
Yeah, you talking about DJ Moore?
DJ Moore did the work over in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's right. He did decent in that game. And
I know it was Odunze last week, and then the week
it's
before.
yeah, Odunze trending actually the last few weeks. It's kind of crazy.
They should get him more involved. He's probably the best route runner and highest upside play at this point. Like in terms of skill set, I like DJ Moore, but
I think it was it Peacock? Peacock was pointing something out. I think it was like where they run like them two. They run where they have the two receivers. They go out and they run them deep ass routes. You know what I mean?
Hey, fellas, excuse me. Marshawn Lattimore is not playing Sunday.
There it is. See, he just put his ear right to the street, huh? He was like, okay, no Lattimore. I like it. Who else is in that matchup?
Yeah, what matchup are you talking about?
We're talking about the Steelers Commandos, right? Yeah, and then Russ.
Antonio Brown. Noah Antonio Brown.
I'm actually firing him up in a bunch of dynasty spots. I have to.
Where you have to? I don't think he's a bad play this week, to be honest.
Yeah, the secondary options actually.
The Texans could really use him right now.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know why they kept Steve Sims over him, which is stupid.
This is interesting. Is Cooper Kupp worth a late round first, 2025 first?
I don't care about picks.
If I'm in, yeah, me neither. If I'm in win now mode, I'll do it.
I'm not winning in this. There's no way. And I say late round because this is obviously a team that's in contention to. He's first overall, and then I'm like,
listen. And until you start attaching players that are projected into that area of the draft, I don't give a fuck. Because then the way I'm going to look at it is like I'm trying to win this to 112. That's how I'm going to put myself in that mindset. And if the Cooper Kupp piece, I just bought an Alvin Kamara for a 2025 first. I was a 7-1 team or a 7-2 team, and I was like, screw this, I'm buying fucking Alvin Kamara. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
This is an old ass team. So I got Irvin, I've Bucky Irving, and then Trey McBride, and that's it on the youngsters. I've got Henry, Cup, Tyreek, and not a whole lot. I'm almost leaning towards it just to be like, fuck it. I don't know what the counter that would be like.
Oh, you selling
The crack.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a 3-win team.
Oh, this is League 20.
26.
Oh, okay, I'm not in that one. I was gonna say League
Yeah,
20. Just shoot it over. I'll buy it right now. I'll buy Cooper Cup right now in League 20. What do you got in League? You got him in League 20, and I got a first round over there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to this team. It's just
It was me and you in the chip, right? Or it was me and you for a me and you were the top seeds that year in that league.
in the 20. Yeah,
Last year.
in the 20. In the 20, I'm not doing too hot either. It's a 4 and 5 squad.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What y'all feel about Brett coming out talking about, if you send any future pick now, you have to pay for that year? That's kind of whack.
I think I'm gonna not play in any of his leagues anymore.
So all the more reason to just sell the Cooper Cup to me. Fuck it.
What did he say? Oh wow.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? It comes off the back of me getting a Amari Cooper. Like I literally got Amari Cooper for like a 4th, 5th, and a 6th.
I must have missed the memo.
I'm like, Amari Cooper's busted, man. Like, why are you tripping?
Yeah,
Yeah, because if I want to sell a 5th or 6th or whatever, and you're just getting like,
no one's gonna make trades then. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
it just there's no league like that ever.
Or someone who just jumps out and changes the entirety of like what's been cohesive in all the leagues. Like, you know what I mean?
What? I'm reading it right now. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good though.
Yeah. I don't have any attachment to any of those teams.
I pretty much won't after this year, anyways.
I love all my teams over there, and most of my teams over there are paid. 8 of my 13 teams over there are paid up till next year, so I ain't going nowhere unless, like, you know what I mean, some fuck shit happens. Because really, it ain't nothing but applesauce to a boss. I ain't trimming out that little bread.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what I'm saying. Here's the thing with leagues like that, like, you know what I mean, just the experience is part of it. You know what I mean. And I a lot of the leagues that I help orchestrate over there, I love those leagues because I made sure the people that we really rock with are in them joints. You know what I mean? So it's enjoyable for years to come. You know what I mean? Then there's the other ones that are just chock full of anybody that you know people could like scrape up, and then they don't really last that long. It's a revolving door.
And the ones that last that are there are the good ones too.
Yeah, because
For what it's worth, I'm in the 0 league over there.
0. Oh, the dawn of man.
The dawn of man. This was before his channel, or like at the very start of his channel.
See, that's pretty cool though. If those ones that are long lasting, because you get it. That's what dynasty.
That's probably the one I won't get rid of, to be honest.
Yeah, because you
built
built
the relationship. I think it's like a $40 buy-in. It's like whatever the fuck.
See, that's whack. I would have never joined it just because of the money price.
Well, this was my first dynasty team. I'm like, oh
yeah.
okay.
So
yeah. So it's
Question.
interesting.
Question: DJ Moore or Jamo? Jameson Williams, half PPR.
I think Jameson Williams is a nice play this week, right? Don't you agree, Peacock?
I would say that the Texans are susceptible to big plays. If you're going to get a mismatch somewhere, it might get them in a situation where Petrie's in coverage. Jameson Williams might be the guy there on a go route. So
yeah,
that would be
you got so many weapons in Detroit. Like you're gonna have to leave somebody open.
Yeah,
it might be the fastest man on the field.
So while their secondary is extremely, and we'll talk about it on the huddle, but while their secondary is actually rated really high and it does very well, it's because of the pressure rate, because the front is so good. But the offensive line from the Lions is going to give, I think, Goff enough time to take a shot at some point down the field. The only thing I'm worried about with Jameson Williams is volume. because they're going to try to run a
Always.
heck of a football.
That's
you're
Well,
looking
not
at-
always, because at the beginning of the season he was 11 targets, 9 targets, and then 1.
Do we worry
3,
about DJ
4
Moore with the
suspension.
volume too? Right?
I don't have DJ Moore. I haven't tried to trade for him. I don't own any single shares of DJ Moore, so
Before I
don't worry
continue
about that.
to bash DJ Moore, because I might trade DJ Moore to actually Kidden needs receiver so bad in the TFL. I could bash him.
DJ Moore is not bad. He's great. He's just very volatile.
He's the big play guy that now all of a
Okay,
sudden, instead
so,
of getting like a solid target market share.
Do you want Jameis Winston?
Not really. He doesn't help
Okay,
me this
then.
week. Yeah. I'm either it's like a fight or flight this week.
You're not getting any of my running backs.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll figure it out because I haven't even put mine to it yet. When I put some thought to it, we'll make something happen. Because I think I'm willing to move DJ Moore now. Says a lot, right? About DJ Moore. I was telling people the Spidey sense was tingling like a motherfucker last week. I was like, we need to sell high on CeeDee Lamb right now.
It's not a good look when he walks off the field, but I don't know if maybe he had stepped out of bounds and he knew that he was out of bounds and you can't reestablish yourself and catch
supposedly he said he was hurt.
Oh,
that's what he claims in that blurb I saw online.
No, this is accurate. His feelings were hurt.
DJ Moore's always
questionable.
had a good reputation of being a
team player.
Yeah, like I don't.
Until they
Well,
had Baker.
it does
people-
look
when
bad.
they had Baker
Like,
over there in Carolina.
Like
he
there's
was
no
hot.
denying that it looks bad in the broad scheme of things, and you got a player out there not fighting and giving up, and because it's literally giving up. Like when you go off the field, you're giving up, right?
Yeah, Anthony Richardson.
You're no longer in the play. Like as soon as you go out of bounds and start walking,
Yeah, like legally.
like that. It's.
I
But
think he might
it's
have felt
troublesome.
stupid. It's a football. It's a football
The
awareness
Chicago
that he
team is
lacked
so
right
much
there.
better than their record. I want them to succeed, and if they do something like what the Raiders did, and they knock off like 5 or 6 wins, and then
Look
get into
at
the playoffs.
Caleb Williams. Look at Caleb Williams' home road splits. It's kind of crazy when you look for fantasy purposes, right? But he does have this week and the next 2 after that. So the following 3 weeks right now, or these next 3 weeks, he's playing at home. So Caleb might, this might be if it goes to show that he's better at home. His next 3 weeks he should be better because his last 2 weeks on the road has been assery.
Yeah. Smitty, I feel your pain, man. I would get out of that league too. I think he mentioned that he was thinking about
the
getting
veto
out
shit.
of this league.
Oh, he's talking about the other joint.
Yeah, but he brings up another trade that got accepted, and it's a AR5 in the trade, and he gave up Derek Carr and Brian Robinson, him as the other.
And
I don't
Aaron
think
Rodgers don't
he
even
was
have the
involved.
job role right now. He don't even
And
have
then
the
that's
job
what
role.
he's saying. He's like, fucking AR5 is not even going to
This
play.
guy's just gonna get two
The
usable
trade is
pieces.
fucking dumb as hell, and of course everybody's going to go like, maybe the guy that's acquiring Derek Carr and Brian
Maybe
Robinson,
he's a bitch.
like they're not even in contention to be like a heavy hitting
Okay.
team.
Is that not collusion by definition?
Mm-hmm.
People can do that.
That's why
And if they
veto is a
collectively
bad thing.
accept the trade. They're like, no, that's fine. Like, why? That's collusion.
Vetoing
to
is
me.
unnecessary. It was a good idea in like the infancy of popularizing our
You
fantasy
know,
league.
in the real league like that.
But nothing like that should exist in
What is the
2020.
argument for people keeping kickers in the league? Or even
Hey,
the argument
Peacock,
against
I have some
Kickers?
news for you.
the
The
NFL has
Texans
kickers.
named
Oh,
Joe
the NFL doesn't
Mixon
have two
the
QBs.
captain
It's
for
too
the rest of
fucking
the year.
stupid. It's
yeah, I
the stupidest
already
shit.
knew. I'm saving all the stuff for the show. You can just don't give me any Texans news for the rest of the day. That's cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't worry about the Texans news. Keep your ear out of Houston. He got it.
Yeah, I know Joe Mixon was named the captain.
Gotcha.
It's about time though. He earned that, but I'll talk about it later on the show too. Though this is a sneak peek. I appreciate it. You're teasing the stuff. I'll have more content on it. But cool. I'll probably provide a quote or the interview because I'm sure they asked him stuff about it. I follow a couple of guys that are in the press and in the media, and I usually watch all the in locker room questions that the hard hitting questions that the players have to answer.
Yeah, I
to
know
get
how
my
to
insight.
say this. Lee, the Chargers are sorry. You should not be a Chargers fan at all. Like, there's absolutely zero reason for you to root for the
I'm
Chargers.
going to tell you something, kid.
You know what that is? You're pulling the cord on the lawnmower.
There's absolutely
You're
no
gonna start
reason
me
to
up.
root for this team.
No, it's not, because I'm getting
it's
better.
Appreciate the colors.
No.
You know, go grab yourself a crown and put it on the wall of your house. But like, don't root for the fucking team. There's no fucking reason.
He's trying to save you, Lee.
You know what,
Could be a
kidda?
lot of pain there.
Kidda, you know what?
Hey, what
Getting
up, Crispy?
better now, you know what? It's best
What's
to
up,
ignore
Pops?
people.
That flag that you have in the background, when I was a Chargers fan, that was the absolute best. I was like, oh my God, we have
The old school one?
fucking like that. Like, I don't understand why the team ever got rid of that. Like,
I wish they got
that
back to that. I like that one better than the one they have right now.
It's so
I was telling
nice.
Bogart that back in the day, I used to play Madden with the Chargers, like exclusively. LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates.
Yep.
Like, that was my thing. Them and the Chiefs with Priest Holmes and Tony Gonzalez.
The mighty Priest Holmes, man.
A lot of people don't realize that's why when you go to a Chargers game, I don't know, actually, they might not do it in fucking LA, but they do that. A fucking like, what the fuck?
That makes sense.
And then, like, it's because like you were a cavalry, you were on the cavalry, you were going out and you're gonna fucking stab somebody in the fucking heart with your goddamn rifle or whatever the fuck.
With a fucking bayonet, bro.
Hey, shout out to Chaotic.
What's up, Kay?
Thank you for that.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Crispy too. That's my it's guys like Pops, right? Like my old fantasy dad right there, Crispy. Yeah, like, you know, why I love those leagues though, because we had, you know what I mean? You know, I was a part of cultivating a lot of the good. I always want to be in good company. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we always had a lot of good brothers in those motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
It just makes trading a pick away so difficult. Like, they're
Agreed.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand it.
The sudden rule change.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. You should have a little
The
bit.
irony is that no one, half of the people ain't even paying attention.
It shows a lack of confidence in the guys that he's actually, you know,
It's
fostering.
like the third year of that league, I feel, or like most of the leagues that I'm in there. So it's like, you know, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah,
I don't want to deal picks anymore. That's
I don't. Not because I don't.
Yeah, we're in year 4.
I don't want to have to pay in the middle of the season for next season.
It makes me think more. Like, I didn't have to think if it wasn't a first or a second. First
Hey,
and
listen,
second.
I ain't even see, and that's where I listen. Where people is fucking up is because they let their old pal Bogey take advantage of that. Because I ain't tripping. I'm literally not tripping. Like, oh, fucking $81 to give me fucking a stronger chance to do it. You know what I mean? And like the moment I buy it, I remember I bought a bunch of Cooper Cups last year for a second round. Like, he was hurt, just sent it out. Boom, I'm acquiring a bunch of them. Then now that I had paid for it, I have a first now. You know I'm finna shop that too. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that aspect of it. You always got to find a way to take advantage of the loopholes, right?
Well, pleasure doing business with you also the other day, and
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. We didn't even talk about it. It was just like because all that other stuff happens.
What a slap in the face of them, don't you? Right, the organization.
Yeah, 6 for 1.
That was
That was pretty good, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It felt fair because I liked the players that were coming. I don't really care about the plots. I don't really care about the picks.
3 picks too.
Yeah, the picks were great too because I looked at what you had. You didn't have anything higher, so you're really giving me the picks. So I was like, okay, he's invested here. So I felt that was fair.
I looked at it like my record over there is 5-4, and I don't have a third QB, and I'm about to have no Josh Allen in a couple weeks. That might be a crucial week for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad I didn't sell him to you last week because you would have played him and got way less points than whoever you probably put in your super flex.
Yeah, but because I was playing with no QB.
Yeah, but you put up like 3 fantasy points. He wasn't going to help you last week.
Shout out to Dennis. Dennis called me too. He's like, "Oh, I'm so glad I'm playing you with only 1 QB and half your team on a bye and injured." I was like, "Oh yeah, I got something for you." I started putting it together. He made me really think on that one. I put the right, it's because the IDPs is really where it's at. To be honest, like if you make the wrong, a guy that puts up 30 versus someone that puts up 11, that shit.
When that happens and one of my guys just goes off on the bench and I look at the rest of his season though, I'm like, you know what? It's the process.
It never happened. Yeah, there's so many times where I'm like fucking Cody Barton, you know what I mean? Like he's putting up like 12 to 14, and then one day he puts up 41, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
I also got to learn to not pay attention to the projections as much and just kind of go through all
Exactly
stuff on IDP side.
Like some of my rules, like if I have a linebacker, like Strinad last week, you know, I thought that was a very smart play. I'm going to play Strinad from Denver because he's playing against he's playing against the Ravens. They're going to pay hella Derrick Henry, and like it was the right play, but he didn't get all the tackles. Someone else did, you know what I mean? But it was still willing to play that, you know what I mean? Or there's other teams like the Seahawks linebackers, whoever it is, their interior is so bad, those linebackers just rack it up. Whoever the fuck it is, Tyler Dodson, now Ernest Jones is there. So those two, it's like you can start them both if you had them both. You know what I mean? Like it just be like that, you know what I'm saying, with certain but when you're having like if you don't have a true middle linebacker where you can just blindly start them all the time, or like, another team like a Buffalo, if you have both Terrell Bernard and Dorian Williams, like you don't not start those guys. You know what I mean? Quincy Williams.
That was a great bounce back for Dorian Williams. I was very happy.
CJ Mosley just being fucking hurt for me.
And you know what? I did not
see Sherwood came in and just killing it. Like Sherwood is like CJ Mosley. Just remove the name. It's crazy because I'm week after week I wasn't starting Sherwood. I'm like, fucking hey. I finally look and it's
I feel like that happens a lot in IDP. You're like, wait a minute, this guy's good over here. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, then
why has he been on my bench? I'm not paying attention or enough attention.
For real.
I guess maybe then maybe my knowledge is this opportunity to give you a little something is Kalijah Kancey might
give us
be
the Nuggets.
on
How do you
your
spell
bench
that?
and not getting rostered.
Where's he? I don't even know who Kalijah Kancey is.
Kalijah Kancey is playing at Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Oh, okay. This is the dude because here's the thing.
I cannot
And Anthony Jennings. I've been saying Anthony Jennings, Fernie or whatever, however.
Anthony.
It's literally Anthony, like from high school. What was that movie? High School High. Back
Anthony.
Anthony. Yes. No, is it Anthony here? No,
it's a very weak DL spot where you're usually chasing sacks. You can get somebody who's a reliable tackler.
Yeah, that's what you need.
And that's going to give you the
Thank you for Tim Settle, by the way. I mean, I really like Tim Settle. I just saw, and I'll put it on the huddle, but I saw his locker room interview that he was like, he's pumped up for Sunday night, bro.
Who?
He gets a chance to go up against some of the best.
Tim Settle Jr. He's an interior defensive lineman for the Texans.
What do you think? What do you feel about H2O? Is he going to get back to
I love him this week.
Yeah, I mean, Aziz Al-Shire is back, but I mean, him working in tandem in this matchup this week with two running backs who are going to get a lot of carries. He should get be in position to get a lot of tackles. He's been playing really well this year as well. So we won't have Neville Hewitt. We won't have Jake Hansen this week. We got our linebackers somewhat back, right?
Yeah, and it's like what Devin White's in the rotation.
Devin White is also in the rotation, and he played actually boom. In the first game he was available, he got in there and he was in on some goal line plays and stuff, and he made a couple of tackles, so.
Yeah, he almost got a sack there.
Yeah, he did. He almost got a sack. Exactly. I was watching the All-22.
I forget who it was.
I'll probably review some film, cut some clips. But it's always fun to do on the huddle.
Yeah.
So I've read this and it's really bugging me. I don't think any of you guys. I know I haven't had this experience, but maybe Bogart can because he's in a lot of these leagues. So Chaotic, she's saying that she wants to unload but can't. She doesn't know if she's gonna stick around, and because she's been told if she acquires picks, she has to pay for those picks.
Acquires?
Are you
That's
serious?
how I reacted too. I was like,
hold on. I don't think you sell anything besides the phone 1 and 2 now.
The selling 1 and 2 has always been a thing.
Yeah.
But acquiring a pick and then having to pay for the league
That's
fee,
messed up, man.
I've not experienced that. You've not experienced that. Lee's not experienced
Never.
It's kind of weird. I've never heard of it either. I didn't even realize it until you mentioned, like you read it. I didn't read this correctly. I thought she was talking about like trading the picks for, whatever.
No, she's acquiring a pick and she has to pay for that.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Is the other side paying for it also?
Yes, I thought
was
that
she
was the
vocal
whole
about
point of
leaving?
having the seller pay, because whoever would dip out on their team.
If
they
stuff
no
like that
longer have
happens,
their-
there should be a
Exactly.
separate. If stuff like that happens, there should be like separate side pot payout for something on the other
I
end,
agree
right?
with you there, Peacock. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're
It's-
collecting that money just for future league. Like that's still aside from the future league entry fee, isn't it?
I don't think that's the case. I think this is strictly just okay. I get your buy-in for both teams involved in a trade for a pick, a future pick. You're both teams involved. They now have to pay up for it.
What if the pick is in like 2028? You have to pay for all the years up to that,
I think
point.
Well, oh wow,
I never thought about that.
You know,
this is getting out of hand. If you ask me,
yeah, it's a slippery slope already. It's starting to
almost
get
like
weird.
you're dealing with a
shark?
like
A shark?
yeah,
It's like a
right.
tax. It's like a weird tax.
The tax is very weird and very unnecessary. Like fantasy football should not be a anything more than fun.
Exactly. I was just you said the word.
Like
I
that-
said it should be fun, not complicated.
This is becoming like a
complicated.
You guys should go to the nice guys, like Gemmo.
There's nothing fun about paying up for a 7th round, acquiring a 7th round in a whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm just laughing because Dennis put a bunch of guys on the trade block in the nice guys where we had that trade debacle thing happen yesterday. And then Gemmo put checking to see if this is Brock Bowers or his brother Bart Bowers. Good stuff. Hey, Marco from the future. Good morning, brother. It's just too funny. Let me check names first. Yeah, might as well check the names first, guys. But yeah, Dennis, I don't know if he's having a fire sale or he's trying to upgrade because I think his team is. I think he's in like 1st or 2nd place in that league, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's that, Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis is. So Kidda's in 1st, Dennis is in 2nd, and I'm in 3rd. Bogart is in 4th, and our guy Bakeslot is in 5th.
I'm going up against Dennis, I think 2 times this week.
Ooh, Bogart's had the most points scored against him, and he's in 4th place.
And he has Jamor.
I got Peacock this week.
And
Nice.
But the other league, he has Irwin, who got negative fucking points. I was like, oh, okay, cool, that works. Balance, different leagues, but one league I'm looking good, and the other league I'm far behind already.
Oh yeah, when you're playing. So I woke up today and was scared to check, but luckily I've only have. Let me see. I think it's only one league where I'm playing against somebody who was starting like a quarterback from last night. Let me see. No, versus 18 there. I played against a lot of Mark Andrews yesterday, so I got somewhat lucky.
Yeah, I had Kyle Hamilton against you last night in Nice Guys.
There you go. And then this one over here, I played against a couple of.
And then he got hurt.
Yeah, so 13 points against me there. Like nothing really. 7 points against me here. 12 against me here, 7 against me here. In this one, though, I did get my shit pushed in. Pause. I played against Lamar Jackson and Rashad Bateman. Come on, man. 6 for 8, 54, and a touchdown for Rashad Bateman last night. But other than that, survived. Survived the onslaught. I played Lamar or Burrow or Chase, so I was the one dishing it out last night. Marco from the future with the question: Goddard or Theo Johnson?
It's pretty good right here.
I probably like Theo Johnson maybe in this one. I think Daniel Jones, not gonna lie, might have a decent game this week. So, I know the biorhythms might be off or something, but right, they're the ones playing in London or wherever, Germany, or I don't know where the hell they're playing. Yeah,
I think Dallas gives up the booty to Dallas to the tight end.
Yeah, but they're playing the Panthers. The Panthers are like last in every category.
Yeah, the Panthers is another good matchup. Yeah, these are.
I think I'm going to stick with. I think I would go with Theo Johnson because Goddard he's made of glass. We talked about this.
Yep.
He gets knocked out of games. He could have a big game too, right? But with the other 2 receivers being healthy, unless he breaks one, I don't see him having a big game.
watch him have 12 catches.
He could be the focal point, right, or something crazy. Like every time I see shit like that, it's the opposite stuff happens.
I am leaning towards Theo Johnson. I'm not starting Theo Johnson anywhere. I don't know if that's a product of not having him on any taxi squads, and I do have Goddard's though. I don't think I drafted Theo Johnson, and I'm not really a waiver wire guy. I'm just not very active on the waiver wires.
I feel a lot better that Nico Collins has been activated. If he doesn't play, I'll probably be disappointed. But he looked decent at practice. I don't know if people saw the little video.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
Goddard's a good tight end though. When healthy, it's not a bad. For a little while, I think he was the number one tight end in the NFL for whatever that's worth.
Bogart said, "Wait a minute, somebody put Bart Powers on the
first 4 or 5 weeks, he was the top tight end. He had that one huge game that kind of like padded his stats, but still, I think after the first 5 weeks, he was the number one tight end."
Yeah, in the tight end premium league, I drafted Kittle and I picked up Otten off the wire. So right now I have like the 1 and 2 best tight ends. They're both in my flex, and I'm just like rocking it. Fuck it. I need a better RB2 though. I just need one, or I need Pacheco to come back. One of the two.
Well, that's
we're talking about a European. A Europe game is not very has not been useful for fantasy.
Shout out to Marco from the future. I'm actually going to go Goddard on that one.
Yeah, you just mentioned here the Cowboys one of the worst against the tight end, but the Panthers are the worst at everything. So
yeah, that's true. But you also got a bang up AJ. Both Devontae and AJ are banged up, so they're the Theo Johnson thing. It is kind of weird though, because him and Tracy is what hurt the Wandale. Like once they started coming along, that hurt Wandale.
Wandale, where are
Fidel?
Marco says, "Oh yes, it's Germany game, Giants Panthers. The game is definitely a punishment." Yeah, man, sorry, dude. We got to send some better product.
Yeah, they did send some sorry ass teams though.
And Mad Max, what's going on, man? Make sure you sub, like, and subscribe. That way you can catch us every time we do go live. We'll try our best to get to your questions. Show up for Sunday. We do the Grit Don't Quit. We're on several hours before the start of the first games, probably beyond an hour or two before the start of the Germany game, so super early, and then we rock it all the way through to kickoff and sometimes the halftime of the second games, and then we're back for Sunday night live games doing the stream. I probably won't do it this week. I want my Texans to win. I was on Thursday for Halloween and they lost horribly, so I'll dip on this Sunday night, guys. Just let you know.
Stepped in through that day too.
I did step and poop that day. Like things were not going.
So did the Texans.
Oh yeah.
So did the Texans, but I did also out on trick or treating. It's weird.
I know, right? I think what's funny is like I remember all the times I stepped in shit. Probably happened at least like 3 times in my life, maybe 5. You know what I mean?
Mad Max is is this a trade question? Brian Thomas Jr. for Debo? And he also has CMC, so you're worried about double dipping on the San Francisco.
Just Debo's banged up. That's the only thing. And I love Brian Thomas, but I also love Debo and the outlook for the rest of the way, schedule wise too. Like it's decent for Debo. Versus the Jags, it's like what happens if he gets nicked up? You just it's Mac Jones probably the rest of the way because they're talking about
shut down, if they keep losing.
Exactly. So maybe it is a chance to go get a Debo, someone who will go out there and play hurt.
If you think about it, let's put it in, not take out all those other things, and you're just going off of name value. You're winning that trade right away if you require Debo.
Yeah, and Brian Thomas is a bad motherfucker, but it did taper off this last 2 weeks because it was an incredible streak there.
And Christian Kirk did die. We know Debo's going to get run. He's going to be used. The team's going to be, competing, and it's an overall better offense.
CMC's back, so now it's like it actually does open it up for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get a haul for CMC to get I don't know.
Trade CMC away?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Like he hasn't played. He hasn't shown.
How many
he hasn't
fantasy
shown
points does
anything
CMC have so far
I mean,
this year?
So if you can get like 2 or 3 pieces for one, and it's a running back, and you're okay in your running back squad, and you need receiver help, what if you get like 2 receivers and then something else in return, and just rock with what's gotten you to where you are right now? If you're relying on CMC to take you over the top,
I love how Kittle,
I'm pretty sure 3 extra pieces will take you over the top as well. So
For sure.
I love how Kidda, a lot of his Kidda is one of the sharpest. Obviously, that's why he's rocking. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a reflection of who we surround ourselves with. One thing I love about Kidda is because he loves the team aspect. He'd be like, listen, if they was rocking the whole way and they got you here, don't disrespect them. That's why I say, CMC, fuck him. What has he done? You know what I mean? Flip his ass. You know what I mean? And at the same on the same token, it is the highest you can probably get from right now because he's on the way back. It's all good blurbs. You could probably sell high on just the memory of him right now because the moment he goes out there and he's limited work or he looks, then the stock will go down. So right now you could probably get first round value, or you know get like you said, a 2 for 3 type joint here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely a trade question. Yeah, we figured it out. Thanks though.
Yeah. And in a lot of ways, I mean, look, even if you want to get more intricate, what is Jacksonville's schedule the rest of the way? Because
let me take a look for it, huh?
They play Houston one more time, I believe.
Because Mac Jones has not been known to like support fantasy assets like that either.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's never had a true number one. And granted, he had a bad
Mario Douglas. Didn't he have Pop Douglas?
No, he had like
number one. He's never had a bright
identity.
He had Jacoby Myers.
There it was. Oh, and Jacoby Myers was
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, floor based. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot of.
Did Mac Jones go for 4,000 yards?
All right, Bogey. I have Jacksonville's schedule in front of me.
Okay, so this week they got
Minnesota, Detroit. Then they got a bye week.
So Detroit's all right, but on paper at least.
Week 12 is their bye. After the bye, they get the Texans, Tennessee, Jets, Vegas, Tennessee, Indianapolis.
So if we could survive to get to that the Raiders Indianapolis matchups, because those are fucking juicy, and that's the playoffs there. When's the Indy matchup? Is that week 17?
Okay. Indy games are going to be
No. What's the Indy game against Jacksonville?
Oh, that's 18.
That was week 18. Okay, so they get the Raiders in the championship. So you would have to thug it out. See, and when it comes to Debo, matchup proof because of the system and the QB, and you know what I mean. So I think I would do this, and I think the only reason someone is moving the Debo right now is because Debo is all banked up right now. You know what I mean? So is what's his name?
I hadn't used that one in a while. Sorry.
Yeah, I like that. The sad trombone.
That's the sad trombone. No,
that's the Price is Right.
Yeah, this is the sad trombone.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Duh, it's a trombone. What's the other one?
The other one's The Price is Wrong, or The Price is Right. Loser horn, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. The Price is Wrong, bitch.
That's the one.
I don't like this.
It's like, oh, Bob Barker's like, I'm sorry, you're an idiot.
Most epic fight scene in movie history.
I love
at least
that
top 5. Adam Sandler versus Bob.
Boom. Crispy throwing CMC up on the trade block says, who wants him?
What league is it, Crispy?
I don't know.
If I have it first, I'll buy it. I'll do it.
Hand itches. All right, interesting matchups this week, guys. Anything you're excited to see?
I got one.
Broncos Chiefs.
I love the Broncos Chiefs. Actually, I was gonna go there because low key, they play the Chiefs good every time.
Yeah, going back to last year, didn't they beat them last year? And they were horrible.
They split with them. Yeah, until last year. Fun fact. Patrick Mahomes never had a 300-yard outing on them until last year. Like his whole entire career, they just, you know what I mean? They just had his, then they didn't have his number, but they knew how to limit him. You know what I mean? Justin Simmons being hurt last year kind of did it. And then now without Justin Simmons, there this year because Patrick Mahomes always gave mad respect to him. Like, yo, you got to watch out for Simmons out there. That motherfucker just always fuck my plans up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And but yeah, you got Bo Nix. This is gonna be a good one. I actually like that one, and we're actually seeing Mahomes this past few weeks. You know, be Mahomes for fantasy. You know what I mean?
Let's see how he does in that ginger ankle too.
Yeah, the Chiefs defense is what's really just been, you know,
Keeping
doing the thing. But yeah, last meeting, Broncos mollywopped them 24-9, October 29th of 2023.
Yeah, was that a Thursday?
It might have been. I remember watching it.
Oh no, the other one was the Thursday where
it was like maybe it was a night game for sure though. It was a primetime standalone because I was at Luby's with my family.
Nice.
So it might have been a Thursday or a Monday.
There was a Thursday where they played. I think they might have played 2 Thursdays last year. TBH. What did I say? Like I'm texting.
No, they had a bunch of Thursday games last year.
TBH.
I realized I'm a voice texting motherfucker. Here I am. Look at that.
Brock Purdy.
Oh, that one's awesome.
Brock Purdy
The
is gonna
fucking
have
years
a
versus the Niners.
going
bro.
up, going up against Tampa Bay. He's getting CMC back. That
a bad
opens up all the receiving options to finally like George Kittle, Debo,
Ooh, Buccaneers defense is ass.
Jennings.
Yeah, they're really bad against the tight ends and the receivers.
But look, they're good everywhere else. Like, you know, we're talking about the Niners being 6th on offense, the Bucks 5th, the Niners 7th on defense, the Bucks 29th. You know, passing offense for the Niners 9th, passing for the Bucks 4th, 6th for the Niners in rushing, 8th for the Bucks in rushing as that committee.
Yeah, if you don't have an elite quarterback, but you have a Brock Purdy on your roster, and it's a single QB, I'm probably rocking with the Brock.
Yeah, the Brock and a lot of the fantasy pros rankings right now, the ECR, the expert consensus rankings, right? The Brock is he's a top 12 play this week. I mean, it's that matchup. He's about to, you know.
I just traded for the Brock last week on his buy. I was like, give me that. And I traded Bo Nix away. And the organization has already dropped Bo Nix.
Oh, wow.
Jimmo?
Yeah, I was in, I don't remember what league. It might have been a different league.
Oh, yeah. When he,
Wow.
here's the thing with Gemmo. Gemmo does what the fuck he wants. And his co-manager is a super by the book guy. So it's crazy because it's like for example, I almost had a few blockbuster trades done, and then he's like, look, man. Oh, that's Gemmo calling right now. He's gonna kill us all. He's a hitman, allegedly. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited about that matchup because you know what's funny about Baker, he just deals with whoever it is, bro.
Yeah.
Like Cade Otton is all of a sudden the GOAT. Goat Otton, right? Then it's like you got the likes of like Ryan Miller, just who's like he's like the third on the depth chart, Mike Evans replacement, but he's up there now. You know what I mean? Like he's actually getting in the mix. Then Sterling Shepard, old college homie of Baker. This guy, as long as he stays healthy, he's actually they're targeting him.
Who the fuck is Brian Miller?
Ryan Miller, Brett Kavonis, my guy. Man. You see, I picked him up everywhere. But it's like, who the fuck is that? Like, listen, Brett, trust me, just in case. It's a dynasty shit. You know what I mean? We have 50 man rosters. So Ryan, I'm actually starting Ryan Miller in a few spots here because it's a good matchup for him. You know what I mean? His snap's been on the rise. So, you know what I mean? Like this is the Mike Evans replacement right now. That in the past, since the life after Mike Evans, he's been the guy playing perimeter for like you got Macmillan or whatever his name is. They've been trying to make him like the Godwin role. Running
So it's Ryan Miller.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. I saw. So for whatever reason, I guess it was miscommunication.
Oh, okay. What did it sound like, Brian?
Yeah, I heard Brian. I'm like, I've never.
Yeah, I do a lot of designer drugs, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ryan, Brian, tomato, potato. You know what I mean?
All the same thing.
On the voice text would be all confusing, huh? Just like real life. Yeah, okay, what else we got here? Okay, the Vikings and the Jags. Let's go back to that. So what the fuck are we doing with like ETN and them, bro? Like, do we just have them and start them? because
I had to talk to the man.
people so banged up anyway. You know what I mean? Like
Starting ETN, I don't feel good about it.
I ain't feeling good about starting
even
ETN.
Bigsby tapered off like shit. Like you can't run Bigsby style of run when you're playing from behind in a lot of these games. You know what I
The
mean?
Jaguars suck.
They do. Now they got McCorkle Jones under center.
The Jaggets.
It might be better.
They might be.
Trevor Lawrence is not that good to me, bro.
Neither is Mac Jones.
I don't even think his hair is that phenomenal. I don't even think his hair is real. I actually think he's bald. And that's a skull cap. I'm serious. I think it's attached to the thing.
It's an actual like a Hollywood wig piece or whatever.
You know, one of the ones that's like the elastic, the real nice tight ones. You know, they got the whole wig. And he goes out there.
Oh shit! Rashad Bateman is wearing purple lobster Nike Dunk cleats last night. That's probably why he went off.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, watch. I'll share them to you guys right now. Hold on. Click on this. Boom. Complex sneakers.
The lobster joints. Why are those significant?
Those are.
There's because they have that little rubber band in the front. They look like they had the orange lobsters were the original ones, I believe. So they look like they were bright orange, and they had that rubber band on the toe that looked like like a lobster. But now there's a different color variation. It has like little specks on the leather, like the way a crab's or a lobster's shell looks, I guess.
Man, that's so dope that they letting them up because that's part of individuality, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let the motherfuckers wear the
as long as it's like within, I guess they could give them like you can only wear like 1, 2, 3 certain colors or something, right? Probably like black, white, and your team color. So other than that, like anything goes as long as it doesn't have personal messages on it, unless it's my cleats.
I ain't never even knew if lobster was good, but I knew it was some baller shit. I remember I was a kid, and it was one of them. It was one of them big nights where we're going to the Red Lobster. I told my dad I want a lobster because I seen that you could pick that motherfucker in the name.
Yeah, look, these are the original orange lobsters. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh wow!
And then they come with a black rubber band that you can put over the top, like the way they clip the lobster claws.
Yeah, at the Red Lobster.
That's the point of that. Oh, look, they got these. These are some concept ones. These are pretty dope. Gray lobsters.
CJ Mosley's ruled out.
Yeah, fire up all your Sherwoods.
Fucking CJ Mosley, bro.
Where you going?
Halloween dunks. I love this shit. So I have a couple of pairs of different Halloween shoes, but these are dope. Look at them Beetlejuice ones.
Where's the Beetlejuice?
They're the second ones.
That's the
second one's down. So the fourth one's down, or the second one from the bottom, which are the Night of Mischief, the black with orange. Those are dope also. The Spiderweb. I love those. I'm gonna get me a pair for next Halloween. Fuck it. Anyway, sorry, I'm a bit of a sneakerhead.
No,
I used to sell shoes.
Oh god!
Right now, I have some canvas.
All right, gentlemen. Michael Pittman's been ruled out.
For real?
Yeah, he's been ruled out. I was waiting. I had seen it a while. I was just waiting for Lee to do his thing.
He has a back and a finger issue.
Look at that.
Here we go. Whoa, I've been missing some questions over here looking at shoes.
No, that wasn't even necessary for a pause for you. I just said pause because I was anytime I hear fingers, pause.
Chase Brown to the moon. Yeah, I told my primo to start Chase Brown. I hope he listened to me last night. Best trade I've ever completed. There you go. That's what's up, Cam.
Hey, look, man. Hey, the Chase Brown thing for real though, man. That's a playmaker special. We've been on the Chase Brown thing. Like, we was also on the Zach Moss too. I ain't gonna lie because they were just so cheap. It's like
he said JT and Njoku and Richardson for McBride, Wilson, and Chase Brown. Hell yeah. Get rid of error, bro.
Yeah, error 15.
I mean, the JT thing is like,
you got Garrett Wilson, Chase Brown, and McBride. Those are 3 pieces that you will be starting.
Winners.
That's cool.
Real.
Yeah, stand up and take a bow.
Yeah, I like that trade for you. It's great. And he flipped McBride for Pickens because I already got Bowers. Oh, okay, shit.
That's cool.
If you believe in Pickens, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it with Russell Wilson there too, and with that ball.
Yeah, I probably would. I mean, I guess we are approaching trade deadline in some leagues too, so it's like you gotta start making moves now. You know what I mean?
The only thing is, like, maybe you should have traded Bowers and got a piece.
I was just about
better
to say, but theoretically, he'll have Bowers
just to see what you could get out there. I'm a fan of getting it, like, especially like sending out the same trade offer to multiple teams and seeing what the market tells me, and then if I'm receiving the same thing, then I do. It's like, oh, okay, so this guy wants Garrett Wilson. What can I get Garrett Wilson from another squad? Like, what value does Garrett Wilson hold with the other members of the league? I don't know. Just play options. I see a lot of trade where you could tell it's like these two teams have been going at it, and they never like once went outside the box. And then the trade gets done, and then somebody makes a comment, goes like, "Yo, what? Are you kidding me?" It's like, you didn't even talk to me about anything, because I would have probably gave you something better in return. So always play the league. Don't play the manager. It's war out there. We're battling 12 squads, not just one squad.
No, you ain't lying. Yeah, it's a fucking war. I love it. This year's been fucking mean.
It is. It's bloody out there.
Yeah, it's super bloody. Like, you got to be on your P's for real this year. Like, this is the show. This is not for the weak at heart, for real. And I will say, being like, I'm trying my best not to be that guy too in some of them redrafts where I'm all beat up and I'm just out. I got to keep continuing to like start my lineup and make sure I don't just falter and put up a good fight just to be respectful for other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, don't let nobody just get no free dubs, because I see that a lot in across the landscape. It's a little earlier this year. It's week 10. We actually was like week 7 a couple of weeks ago. And obviously, motherfuckers is checked out already. Like, damn, because they're just so mad at fantasy. They're beat up. But see, I will always look across the landscape of my league, whichever league it is I'm looking across, right? Because most of the motherfuckers is beat up too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I love war. It's so bloody. What else?
Sorry, I was scouring the internet for for Will Anderson news. Here we go. Freezy Fantasy, yo, what up? Trade James Conner, McLaurin, Purdy for Gibbs and Debo. Purdy isn't the starter for his team or her team.
I'm not mad at that, Freezy.
Conner, McLaurin, Purdy for Gibbs and Debo.
Gibbs is the most valuable play in this group.
And it's a single QB, and he ain't your starter, so when it comes to the Brock, I'm with that. Give me Gibbs.
And Debo is about to go off with no Ayuk involvement, and I don't have a lot of faith in it's Slick Rick.
Gibbs is a home run hitter. James Conner will probably die at some point pretty soon, and McLaurin not enough target volume consistency with the.
Yeah, I honestly think
I love how James Conner's on schedule to die, though. I'm with you. I'm like,
he is on schedule, and we've already seen the volume get dispersed. Last week it was all three of them ate. Granted, DeMarcado or Marcado, whatever the fuck his name is. He had that one big play that padded his stats. But Benson did get some involvement and had a high efficiency rate, and that might bode well for his involvement in the future.
You go with Theo Johnson's just been changed from questionable to healthy, so he's ready to rock.
Theodis Johnson.
I still like Goddard in that one question. Yeah, I'm probably playing Goddard over Theo Johnson.
I don't have any shares of Theo Johnson, so I do have like 2 of Goddard at least.
Yeah,
Crispy says that he's not trading with any of us low-balling motherfuckers.
What do you consider low balls?
I'll give you a first round right now for CMC. Let's go. It's going to cost me some money, Dad. Oh, no, Dad. It might cost you some money, too.
You know what I get is like, if you want CMC, you're gonna give up a first and then some piece that you would be starting on regular.
Maybe. You know
I can't remember what trade offer I got yesterday, but I think it was the beef and the gin wealth with
Sweetness,
yeah.
Yeah,
Sweetness was hella sour on my counter.
Simultaneously, there was some funk going on in there. Between
Sweetness was sour on the counter, and then he came out and blasted it like, "Oh, these trade offers are whack." I'm like,
you went in on
first of all, you came at me with this. I didn't want CMC in the first place, so that's why I gave you the option of like, "Hey, here's some insight." I gave him CMC. Nobody's gonna like it, but this is just like the give him the idea is like, okay, no, you're not gonna get those guys or that pick, but I will deal with Dobbs and Tillman, which are two young receivers, 24 or less.
So fucking mad. I sent him McConkey straight up.
He could have got two pieces that he could have plugged in for who knows how many years.
Look at the dynasty here.
Yeah, for how many years can you?
Yeah, I feel like the young lad would get Christian McCaffrey and Lad McConkey.
That's why I rebutted. I was like,
that was good,
McCaffrey good for 100
have we not been
carries for
firing
the
up the
rest of his
bagpipes for
career?
Chris for
Like,
C-Mac? I just realized C-Mac might be a skull.
I might not get 100 carries out of the Christian McCaffrey. You know, like I'm not paying
Fire
that
up the bagpipes one more time for me for no apparent reason.
Lad McConkey, I would have done that.
McConkey.
Maybe not. I traded CMC during the rookie draft, and I got Bo Nix and Troy Franklin out of it. So that was what I was able to come off of CMC for.
And Bo Nix looks very promising for the future. See, you got to think dynasty. That's why, like, he won't go for the. I know he won't go for the Dobbs Tillman because what are their situations looking like next year? You know what I'm saying? Like Dobbs is, I think he's up for either extension or it might be his last year. Here's the thing. I'm sending him McConkey. I sent him McConkey, and I think me sending him McConkey kind of fucked up all the other offers because he's like, I got Tank and Brian Robinson on the table. I said, you ain't gonna do that. I said, you would have already done that then if you like it so much. I said, I'm sending you the lad. You know what I mean?
And he's a team that's legit not in playoff contention.
He's going to get him the first round. He's going to get him the first overall pick, and he wants more picks. But see, that's the things. I don't have picks. I'm Bogart. You know what I mean? But I got the lad.
I know. I looked and like to see if maybe countered the trade that she had sent me that had stayed up for a week or whatever, right? And then I looked at, I was like, because I don't do that. I normally don't look at anybody else's roster or what you're offering. Like, if you're going to send me stuff, then I'll be like, I'll counter us for what I need late if I counter. Normally I don't. Anyways, I looked at it and I was like, this is fair. I like it. Left it there. And then, a week later, I'm like, do you still want to do this trade? I asked Bogart. And he was like, oh, shit, I didn't even realize I still had it up there.
That's decent as a manager, too, because we actually can communicate. Because most
I could have just accepted,
Accept, right? And I still would have loved it anyway because I left. But also it's uncharacteristic of me to leave a trade up to. I usually take them hoes down once the week starts just to like.
Yeah, what if Flacco broke his arm and then I accepted the trade?
Yeah, and then I to be honest, I wouldn't be able to do nothing there. I'd be like, all right, fuck it, that was my bad. And it's happened before.
Still did some, I just asked you if I'd feel bad if you're like, oh, you got me. Like I didn't want to do that to you. It's funny. That's why that thing that happened right after that is hilarious.
That was so funny. Because you were just full transparency. This is not Tua Tagovailoa. It's Tululia.
It wasn't just him. I was involved in the conversation.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, the kid even brought it up in the league
I even put a goddamn little fucking whatever the goddamn thing was. Like GIF. I was like, yeah, see? And then motherfucking like 5 minutes later, I
replied and I was like, I'm not even trying to.
I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something.
God, I love that shit.
Because I have a lot of respect for Jimbo, so I'm like, maybe I don't know much about this Tagovailoa.
Me too. That's what I was thinking.
Jimbo be like that. Well, I remember he was like, everyone was on the who's the other guy?
I thought him and Jax were on some shit, and they were like, man, maybe they know something I don't, but if they're offering me this pick, I'll take it right now.
They're just ignorant to the fucking fact. I'm like, oh, they thought it was literally Tua? And they think Tua's gonna go for a third round. I'm like, no, that's not happening.
I wouldn't have traded him.
I'm still requiring a first round for Tua.
Yep.
Because
the pick is hit or miss. We know what Tua is.
I'm not that scared of the concussion shit.
And then he inboxed me, Jax did, and he's like, you 100% knew that he misunderstood or whatever. And I'm like, I didn't even reply. I was like, dude, that's not even true. I thought that I had explained it well enough. And he knew what he was doing. Yeah,
you literally did. You're like, it's not Tua. You literally said it's not Tua.
That's the crazy part about it.
You're not even like.
So I took it. I was working yesterday too. Like I was out in the field, and so I took it like, oh, okay, this is what he wants to do. Cool. Like I'm down.
No, it's not Tua. It's Tawaluinga or whatever his fucking name is.
He thought that I was giving
Oh,
him.
okay, cool. Here's the
a
third. Would you
nickname.
take it? Yeah.
I even said it's not Tua. You can send a Tua-like offer if you want. Oh man, hilarious. Anyways, we all laughed about it after the fact. You know, even Jim.
As long as you can laugh at it, it's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too funny. It's too funny. What did they
Shout
say?
out to
Wait,
Bakes.
if you acquire picks, you have to pay. In what leagues?
According to Kay, unless he's taking advantage of her and nobody else. I mean,
I don't know if that's in his league, but
that's what she's been saying.
That's what I saw the messages too. I was like,
I think it's also because did she announce that she's gonna like be exiting next year? Because then it's like because here's the thing. This is not alleged. When there's been managers that have been paid up and then something happens, they leave. He just gets someone else to replace it and pay for it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's a win. You know, it's a win for him because that's how
I'm pretty sure this was she said it was a trade with you in specific in one of the leagues that you're in with her. That when she acquired picks, that she had to pay up for the next.
Whoa. That was 2 years ago. I traded for CMC from her. I sent her the black Josh Allen at the time before he was Hines Allen in the first round. And it was 2 first rounds actually.
I
So
just never heard of
for
paying
them.
for the next season when you acquire picks. That doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I've never done that. I've acquired picks and didn't have to pay for the next season to. Like that's always been a first or second. If you trade away your first and second, then you have to pay for it.
yeah, but not the other way around.
Yeah, I think I acquired a player. I have to go back and look, but I think I acquired a player, sent picks away, and I paid for the next season.
Whoa. Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
because you probably sit in a first or a second.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to start shopping because actually I don't give a fuck. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'll go if it's
Here you go.
$80.
Good news for you, Lee. Sorry, Bogart. Will Levis will return to the starting lineup Sunday versus the Chargers.
There it is.
Good news for you guys.
What? So we can hurt him more?
No, just he's definitely
He's a
worse.
slippery guy, man. He's covered in
He's
mayo.
definitely worse than Mason Rudolph. I feel, in my
Oh,
opinion.
he is.
Well,
Well,
there
I
you
don't
go.
think
They're going to put him back in
man,
the. They're going to put the worst quarterback in the starting lineup for you guys.
He's definitely not racist though.
No, he's not.
Hey, bro, but he's definitely saturated in mayo. Pause. Disgusting.
Jack Peacock Sparrow. Are you saying I look like
does he
Jack
have
Sparrow right now, or what's going on here?
Oh, didn't he
This
have
will
like
be
a
the
mayo-
day that you thought you had Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. This is a
What
weird.
did you do with the rum?
Yeah, he's just always on the run. He just played himself, apparently. No, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, man, Johnny Depp is the GOAT, man. I swear to God, that I was so invested in that fucking
Trial. I remember.
You're the only one that was invested with me. Johnny Depp's the man.
I was like, she shit on the bed, bro. She shit on the bed.
Whooping his ass. She would fucking love to. Poor Johnny. He just wanted to do drugs and play music.
Yeah, drink some wine.
Yeah, drink some wine.
What do they call it? Like the size of the glass? What'd she say it was? Jumbo wine? Or I don't remember.
Yeah, because that was her thing. They would go through like cases a day. She
Good
partied,
Lord.
man. She was a bit of a slore. I think she popped one out of Elon too.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them test tube ones though. They're like, yeah,
I forgot she dated him. So he lives an hour from here, Elon Musk.
Word.
Yeah. In Brownsville. Actually, where I was working yesterday, I was in the town where Elon Musk has set up his
Tesla's
Starbase
not
or whatever the
crazy
fuck
right
you
now.
want to call it.
Hey, Tesla's stock going crazy right now. It's no coincidence too, because he's about to be a part of the Trump administration.
Yeah, my mom called me and she's like, hey, I need to give you a check to take to the bank right there and move my Tesla's, more money in my Tesla stock or whatever. She's like, I made 16 grand and I could have made like 30. And I was like, all right.
Like, hey, your mom's a hustler. Let's go.
Yeah. I know. I have money in like an IRA over there. It's not doing shit. I'm like, I should just put that in the stock and say, fuck it.
Yeah. Why not? You know what I mean? Because
It's not a lot.
at least we know for this 4. Hey, listen, as long as you get your hands on something, bro. Because man, remember, I'm the guy that had all the Bitcoin before it was like a thing, and now I have none. Remember, rich? Oh, never mind. I guess that's still today. I always look back too. It's like, man, I would have been filthy rich, but then at the same time, I probably would have been dead.
It wasn't meant to be, my friend.
No,
I would have been irresponsible at the time with the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I probably would have bought like I would have boarded like the first ship to like charter ship to like the moon or something, and just
you'd have been in that Oceania submarine.
Yeah, I would have been with that fucking Russians. I would have all that motherfucker like, hey, what's up, comrade? Let's get the vodka.
Marco's asking if Redneck Rudolph isn't he the one with the helmet encounter with Miles Garrett? Yes, that's correct.
That's why we call him Racist Rudolph. His name
exactly
is
why
it's racist Rudolph. It's an alliteration. It works. And now coming to the ring, Racist Rudolph.
Chaotic. Me know that, not real money.
See, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, listen, fuck, I'm about to go buy hella shit. I'm about to pay for all my leagues next year already just by buying players. Like, fuck it, I'm trying to win.
Yeah, that was a whole weird ass concept, the NFT deals. People who were cashing in on that and got in on it early for that little window really made a quick buck.
Yeah. I was sick when 2016 came around. You know what? Let's change the subject.
All right. We got any other matchups going on that we want to talk about? Any other questions out there? I know we hit the trades because I put the trades in the title of the show. So with the deadline coming up, it gave us some good content to talk about.
Yeah, that was great, actually.
What's your thoughts on the Colts-Bills games, Bogey?
Colts-Bills.
Ooh. I hope Josh Allen doesn't have a non-phenomenal game.
Like a down fantasy game.
Yeah, where like they just punch it in every time.
Well, it could be fine for if we get a lot of James Cook. I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
But I don't want a lot of Ray Davis sneaking in there and mudding it up like he did the other week.
And then if it gets out of hand real quick, then they can go ahead and just like Ray Davis eat it up.
I just picked up Ray Davis where I had James Cook in my redraft. I was like, see you later, Braylon Allen. Sorry, I got to handcuff my guy now, finally.
Yeah, because look at now, obviously Downs smash play just because of volume. It's a bad.
And Pittman's been ruled out.
Yeah, Pittman's out, right? And then Taylor, obviously, he's been getting the full workload. So we don't.
And then we're still rolling with Flacco.
Yeah, and then there's Wacko, right? I'm gonna have to roll out in a few spots, but yeah,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I don't have to roll them out this week. Thank God.
There you go. Well, then you're lucky. It's good to just have the backup there.
And see, you know what's funny is that Jax made a comment about our trade, right? And like how that didn't make sense. Or I forget what
he did.
It's somewhere in the madness.
Well, they were offering me a third for Flacco, which I thought was high, but at the same time, I needed some players in return. It's just like I don't care about the pick, you know.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send some young players.
Exactly, he sent me a young DB who's killing it already, putting in work, and then an interior lineman,
straight up rental.
Yeah, exactly. And so those guys could be rentals. They could pan out. They might not. So I thought it was fair. Plus, I'll get a couple late round picks.
For sure, it's like a year rental. Like I mean,
for sure. Well, no, he might be a 2-3 year rental, bro. But he's still a rental because he's a career backup that eventually takes over every season.
Yeah. I love having Flacco on all my squads.
I told you, dude. I drafted him everywhere. Yeah, I drafted Flacco everywhere.
Career backup. He had probably like 10 years as a starter.
Well, no. They're right. I meant now he's the rest of his career is a career. The rest of a career backup is
okay. I retract.
Yeah, he was elite. He went to the Super Bowl. I remember all that. I'm not, but that was 20 fucking years ago or something.
You know what's fucked up that year? I was with the Harbaughs. I was like, pause. I was like, yo, the Harbaughs is gonna go to the Super Bowl, bro. And then it happened, and I was so mad because like that was my pick out of the AFC. You know what I'm saying? And they were just, bro, fucking Anquan Bolden, bro, Torrey Smith. They were just destroying all like Joe Flacco. He had a Joe Montana-esque run with all them touchdowns, 0 picks. He went crazy in that entire playoffs.
He did.
Yeah, knocked out fucking Manning, knocked out Brady, then beat the Niners. You know what I mean? And I think they were a wild card that year too. They beat Andrew Luck. That's right, in the wild card matchup. Andrew Luck's rookie year. Shout out to the neckbeard. Protect your neckbeard. We need those shirts.
What the fuck? Uh-oh. Lee, I don't know if you saw this. I got some sleeper breaking news. So check your phone or But Nick Sirianni reveals that Jalen Hurts is dealing with an ankle injury.
Oh no.
And it's Friday.
Oh no, not Kenny Pickett. No.
We ended up with Kenny Pickett versus Cooper Rush on Sunday for this divisional matchup. Just what everybody wanted to see. Cowboys.
Yeah, golly.
Cooper Rush, Kenny Pickett.
Which ankle?
I don't know. Which ankle? I don't know if that really, I guess. Does it matter?
If it's the right ankle, I don't like it as much as.
Oh, okay.
Go.
Like sitting back in the pocket and just dishing and dunking the ball
Well,
out.
Peacock, you got to love that in the Nice Guys, because I have Hurts.
Oh, okay. And I'm playing you this week? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have Hurts in the 14, so it's going to.
Yeah, I have Hurts in the Nice Guys against you this week.
And I really don't have backup. Who the fuck am I going to have to play over Hurts?
Hurts has got his full cast of.
I got to play Mac Jones in that.
I have to play Bo Nix. Okay, I'm not mad at it, but he's playing Kansas City. Fuck. Well, it's Bo Nix or bust.
Yeah.
How's my matchup? Oh, my matchup's
the
great.
Chiefs have to lose a game. Like
My matchup looks
maybe
great
it's
right
going to
now.
be against Denver. It's a team that's
Yeah, maybe he'll rise to the occasion.
You know, divisional, right?
And he runs a little bit more than quarterbacks they're used to kind of facing. Like, he doesn't do it like on design runs. He does it like, oh, I'm just all of a sudden going to, take off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and
That's a decent rushing floor.
Denver can eliminate DeAndre Hopkins with Surtain. So if Surtain is up against DeAndre Hopkins, then he's a non-factor. We're not gonna get the same game that we got out of him last week. Denver could sneak by.
I think it's going to be a good game.
If they can
especially
get the
because
running game going, if they can get Javonte, Estime, and Jaleel, if they can get going, then
like Steve, Jaleel.
yeah, if they can get Urkel going, then we'll I won't be surprised if the Denver Broncos beat the Kansas City Chiefs if they're the first team to do it. Denver Broncos have been the most surprising team, in my opinion, all season long. So why wouldn't they just fucking beat the Chiefs?
For sure. What was I going to say there? Coker, Washington, or Worthy? I probably wouldn't play. Well, that's a tough question. I was forced to play Parker Washington last week. He did okay. With Mac Jones there now, not so sure. Coker and who is it? Leggett over there for the Panthers, who suck. They're going to play the Giants defense. It's pretty decent, actually. And then you got Worthy versus the Chiefs, which is a stingy defense. So that's a tough one. If you're looking for a big play, it would have to be Worthy. They'll probably give him some guaranteed touches or scheme him in with like a reverse or end around, but I don't know, man. I might. That's a really tough one. That's a real tough one, Marco. We might have to just leave that up here and see what Bogart thinks on that one. But I did give you the situational stuff as far as who they're matched up against. That's a tough choice.
I'm playing against two different Jalen Hurtses in a super flex. I just had to go run and grab my phone off the charger. Like, oh shit, wait a second, I'm playing against Jalen Hurtses. Super flex, picking up a Kenny Pickett. I might have just cursed my teams. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, you gotta hit the insurance. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's dangerous having Kenny throws a Pickett on your team.
Yeah, it is dangerous. That's irresponsible. But
it is.
Sometimes you gotta live dangerously.
I'll wait till tonight and just drop him.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit. But Marco, from the future of the question, Jalen Coker, Parker Washington, or Xavier Worthy?
Okay, real quick.
Coker is a Panther. He has Leggett as his teammate. They're facing the Giants.
On Twitter and all the fantasy realms, they really love the Coker. I call them the Cokeheads.
Oh yeah, I've heard Ian Harditz from Ian Harditz with Matt Berry's Fantasy Life. He calls them Cokeheads. He's like, for all you cokeheads out there.
The thing.
Yeah, it is. It's great stuff. So I prefer listening to them over like the footballers and stuff because those guys they kind of saturated. Everybody listens to them. So Dynasty Life is my morning commute. They drop right at 8 a.m. Like when as soon as I drop off my daughter, and I can listen to it driving into work and then
Lawrence
finish.
is on there, huh?
Who's that?
The fantasy lord Lawrence. He be on there like.
Yeah, but there's a different show. I do the one in the morning with Ian Hart. It's the one that he hosts.
Oh, Horowitz. Is that his name?
Harditz, I think. Ian Harditz. Yeah, he's great. You see his tweets everywhere. He has the
I've seen him.
The Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. What's the
Hunter S.
Yes, he has the Hunter S. Thompson avatar as his deal, and he has like the most hilarious, very insightful, good tweets. I've been following him for years before he kind of blew up and hooked up with Matthew Berry and stuff. So
that's cool. Isn't it cool when you get to see someone's like their upbringing or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, like us with like LQ because he's up there with those guys also.
Oh yeah, you know what's cool? I still text LQ and talk shit.
Yeah, he responds to all my stuff like when I tweet on his page or whatever. And,
like because he's a big Rams guy, I'm a big Niners guy, so it's like
he's a Rams guy. Doesn't he live in New Jersey?
Yeah, but he loved Marshall Faulk as a kid. And then just followed Marshall Faulk around. But I mean, the greatest show on turf, right? Like, you know, when I think he's like a 4 or 5 years our junior, right?
Oh yeah, he's younger.
Like that. So like, yeah, he was like a kid, you know what I mean? During in 1999, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and that he just stuck with it. And then look at see, this is a cool story too, because then he ends up now working in the headquarters, which is connected to that stadium. You know what I mean? And he works with MJD. Even Guccini asked him about it. He's like, hey, you work with my homie, man. He's like, my homie Laquan. He's like, oh, word. You know what I mean? Because MJD's all in the mix over there.
Yeah.
And he handles all the Rams shit. You know what I mean? And MJD's one of the ambassadors, and he calls all the Rams games and whatnot.
Indeed. And so the other part of
his question. Oh yeah, I didn't get my answer. I would go. Damn, you know what's funny?
Parker Washington, Worthy, and then he said he could also throw in Pitts or Noah Brown as well.
Parker Washington might, to me, he's in play here because of he's with the team twos with Mac Jones. That matters to me.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
And then also the one susceptible spot in that secondary that everyone's been fucking the Vikings on is that slot, like out of that slot.
Oh, that's true.
They're not giving up hella yards out of it, but they're giving up hella receptions though. So, you know, I kind of like that because we're talking like a flex play here or like a WR3, you know what I mean? But then Xavier Worthy too is just like, I don't know what the fuck to do with that guy, man. And I feel like the moment I don't say him, this is when he blows up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just glad I avoided Worthy in all redrafts because of this. It's going to be a headache. You know what I mean? The cokehead, I don't know what to think of him. You know, he's in Germany, he's partying. You know what I mean? Right? But you might want a piece of this game because you know he's in Germany. Right? This is Marco from the future. They're in his present at that point, right? But you know, just for the sake of having someone to root for, I'm still gonna go in order, and bear with me: Parker Washington, Xavier Worthy, then the cokehead. Which sounds kind of crazy.
The cokehead.
It just evolved from the fans are the cokeheads to he is the cokehead now.
There is.
One hell of a drug.
That's what Rick James said.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, bro. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Did you see that Sleeper was saying that the Ravens looked like a bag of Crown Royal last night?
Yeah, I did see that.
I like that though. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's where Lamar was going too. He's like, hold on, bro, I gotta go leave to go to the locker room real quick. Take a shot. Hey, once we start seeing them pedal Crown Royal, you know, oh shit, I just thought of this. Players that are active can't like actively support the alcohol brands, huh?
Nope, they can't.
Oh, really?
No, they can't.
I
don't think they can because there was certain players that got fined or they had to read in their contract. It was done a certain way. They had to work because they can't promote it because of the NFL having contracts with them. I guess it's a contractual thing. I don't know what it is, but I know some players did. I'm watching that now.
I like it. I like it. He's made for the media. He just spun me for a whole loop right now. I don't even know.
No, I saw something about a month ago about two play. One was a Giants player and one was something else. It was about liquor. I don't even know. I'll have to look into it.
He's in the streets, bro. I'm gonna take your word for it. Yeah, because it's like I remember Peyton Manning when he was with the Broncos, and they'd be like, "Oh, how'd you feel about the game?" He said, "Oh man, I can't wait to get in that ice bath and get out and have me a cold Bud Light." And I'm like, "Oh shit, is he promoting?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, but he just like Bud Light, you know what I mean? But still was like, "Oh, word, that's kind of." But you ain't never seen him in no Bud Light commercials until like after, you know what I mean? Or was he in a Bud Light commercials? He was in some kind of beer commercial before.
I'm trying to think like of Steve players, but I don't know if they were
Light.
active.
I think
or
it
if
was
it
a Coors
was...
Light commercial.
Like, there's definitely like a lot of players have alcohols. Like T.O., he has a wine line, 81. You know what I mean? Is it 81? I forget his number now. Oh my God.
Okay, Bogey, here it is. NFL players are not allowed to directly endorse alcohol products. However, some players have found ways to work around it. The rules such that's what it's. But Mahomes does it with Coors Light.
Does he? Hey, I heard Mahomes could drink.
Yeah.
That's a players association or NFL?
It says here NFL players are not allowed to directly endorse alcohol products. However, some players have found ways to work around the rules, such as Patrick Mahomes in 2022 with Coors Light.
That's a players association thing?
I guess I wouldn't even know. I have to look into that one, but that's crazy.
I don't know. It's wild.
Yeah, the NFLPA has a policy for partnerships and defines the circuit under which the NFLPA can enter partnerships or endorsements for players. I don't know. I guess it's all contract. I don't know how it's done.
That's a parenting problem, not a player's
exactly
problem.
Right. Exactly.
Like, if you're afraid of your kid getting influenced because a goddamn fucking
exactly
grown ass man does whatever the fuck they want to do outside of football, then I don't know. You're probably not doing as good of a job as you should be. Like, I wouldn't point blame anytime.
No.
Like, I had like, for example, my uncle, we could not watch MTV. Like, that was just like straight up off limits. And I'm like, why? Like, there's certain things on MTV that aren't gonna be influence us to do fucking crazy.
I had
my brother and I had a sneak.
My brother and I had a sneak to do that shit.
Yeah, it feels similar to that, where the NFL Players Association has realized that some parents don't like the fact that Patrick Mahomes drinks a beer. Like, okay, so what? If you catch your kid drinking beer, then punish him, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the goddamn player?
That's true.
My fucking internet is frozen.
I can see you and hear you. Oh, well, yeah, your camera is actually...
Your camera is still, that's about it.
But I can definitely hear you.
Weird. Okay, well.
It's like, hold on. We have Peacock here via satellite.
And Peacock
would just be like your image.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, that's kind of badass.
I'm going to try to close some other windows and see if I can maybe regain.
The Matrix is a tricky thing, man.
Microsoft Outlook. Take it.
Oh, shit,
No. Okay.
Hello, world. Hello, world.
No, I'm still.
There you go. Now I'm back.
Well, I'm still screwed here.
Oh yeah, going back to the whole thing, like that. My girl asked me about that. She's like, "Well, what if your kids start smoking weed one day?" I said, "Hold on." I said, "When they're old enough." because that's a thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
Is 13
alcohol.
old enough?
No, no, you're gonna get in trouble. And my oldest, I love that because my oldest, she's at least honest with me. She's like, she got friends that smoke weed. She don't smoke. She's in trigonometry. I swear to God, if I was smoking, then I'm in no trigonometry. So otherwise, she might be like the most magnificent freaking cover artist, just undercover. Otherwise, you know what I mean? I feel like we're doing a pretty good job. You know what I mean? Keeping her away because I keep her educated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She sees me, I'm smoking all day. You know what I mean? Life ain't easy for me. She might, you know what I mean? Hey, maybe if I was balling out of control, you know what I mean? She may be like, listen, fuck it. Maybe that's why rich kids, bro, they don't grow up to be like their parents. I'm glad me and my girl had a rough go at it. You know what I mean? These kids gotta know it ain't easy out here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go out and achieve.
Well, I have no idea what's up with my camera, but that's me standing way back here by the edge, guys.
That's pretty cool.
Way back here in the shadows, silhouette. No, it's not. But I don't know. I turn the camera off and on, and I don't reappear. So don't know what happened there. But let's see. Got no problem with weed, only without. That's a funny one, Marco.
What's the weed like in Germany? They got fire all around the world.
Yeah, they got fire, dude. I mean, the European bud, Amsterdam's like a hop, skip, and a jump away. I'm sure they're getting good stuff. And then they unionized the whole European Union thing.
Yeah, they did. That's right.
You can just travel, and there's like really no like checkpoint between the countries.
That's right. You can just jump on them trains.
Yeah, that's how I did it 20 years ago when I was there.
How long were you out there?
2 weeks. Second day went to Amsterdam, then Sweden, found a guy in a park, and then we were set for the rest of the trip.
Cool.
All right, Juju Smith is out.
Yeah, he's been out.
Yeah.
I picked him up that 1 week and then he died. I was like, oh, of course, in my home league. And I played him. I'm telling you, dude, I forgot about that. Yep, that's my luck this year in that league, bro. It's horrible.
It's so crazy.
It's been the worst. It started with Pacheco and then Rice and then AJ Brown, and it just kept going, bro. It just kept going. Like every week it was somebody. It's fun. That's why last week in all my other leagues, I fired up Tank Dell, but I sat him in that one league. And of course he went off and he did better than Shakir and McConkey. But I did it to save his life because he would have died last week if I put him in my home league lineup. Something would have happened. It's just guaranteed. So instead it happened to AJ Brown again. Because he was in my starting lineup. Oh man. I hate fantasy in that league right there. 3 and 6, or I don't even know what I am.
My East Side League team,
I'm on a 5 or 6 game losing streak over there, bro.
For real? Damn. Well, you know what? I'm besting you in the SBI. I'm on an incredible 7-week streak right now. Losing streak, that is.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Killing it.
Yes, I am notoriously bad in that league. It just always happens to me somehow in that league.
I'm going 10-0 because of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hey, Mighty Joe. He was one of the better values of when in the offseason. We definitely were all on board with it because he was just the guy that what everyone was mad at from last year. So he fell in the drafts outside of the top 6. You know what I mean? Like he was going after A-Rich and going after, except for in the savvier leagues. The savvier leagues were taking Mighty Joe.
Well, let's say Jamar Chase's price tag's gone up. They offered him $35 million at the beginning of the season. They should have took that.
He's earning it. Here's the thing. He wanted to be secure, and the team, they wanted to milk it as much as possible. It's a win-win situation.
Exactly.
Because now what he really wanted was to not match Jefferson. He wants to be the highest paid, and with the cap going up, he'll achieve that as long as barring any injury. Because with him and even with Joe Burrow, Burrow was riddled with injuries, but he took them to the bowl, the big chip. So they had to pay him, and then but he couldn't demand the highest paid at the time. He was just like, "Fuck it, give me second." You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or third or whatever it was at that time, because no one's more paid than Watson.
Yeah.
And he's done nothing but beat cases. or
Yep.
settle cases.
Settle cases.
If it came to settling in cases, bro, he deserves every dollar.
He's a winner, right?
Yes, there it is.
Correct, Mundo.
Looking into that Sirianni altered discourse with the reporter about the Jalen Hurts stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, I do.
It's kind of odd, but let's see. Hold on. Am I sharing? Can you guys pick up the volume here? Sorry.
I haven't really seen Jalen be held back for load management before. What was behind that? I don't know.
Yeah, he's dealing with it was on the injury report, dealing with the ankle, and just making sure we're precautious with everything.
It sounds like a man defeated.
I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts. It was an ankle.
What was that?
It was a rest.
That was the rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about something. All right.
Okay, so it might not be that serial.
A rest.
Yeah, so he's saying it's rest, but he initially said it was an ankle and then thought he was talking about something else. So
yeah, that is weird. It's kind of cryptic.
Yeah, agree.
Run that back. Now that you pointed that out, that is true.
So I can tell you what's like. So here we go. Reporter, we haven't really seen Jalen be held back for load management before. What was behind that on Wednesday? Sirianni. Yeah, he was dealing with, it was on the injury report, dealing with the ankle and, making sure we're cautious with everything. Reporter, he wasn't on the injury report with an ankle. Reporter, another reporter, I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts, it was an ankle injury? Sirianni, what was that? Eagles PR, it was rest? Sirianni, it was rest, yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about something else.
Oh, he's slipping.
Reporter, is Jalen dealing with an ankle problem then? Sirianni, no, rest. So Eagles PR told him it's rest. Like, what the hell are you saying?
He slipped. They're trying to keep that low key.
So there could be a fine there if they're trying to hide.
Oh, it's going to be one.
5 bands right there. Boom. You can't.
Yeah.
You know why that fucks up the Vegas odds? This is a serious offense. You know what I mean? There is no doctor confidentiality here with the patients, and that they're a player in the league. You feel me? Like, you can't not report. And the Wednesday is importante because that's the first day. Every Wednesday is when they're first mandated to give an injury report, an official one. So he's like, oh, he was listed on there. His rest, right? He said load management, but then it was something else. Oh, he was slipping all the way. But see,
the Eagles PR had to step in and say rest. It was rest.
This doesn't sound right.
And say like, oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah, and then he realized it too. Then he got all coach speak after that. He sounds sad too. Like, you're just coming off of a win, which you barely scraped with the Jags, which is that is kind of crazy though, right? The Jags were getting mollywopped for 3. Actually, not even mollywopped. There was just nothing going on for 3 quarters, and then the Jags decided to come back and then score hella 2-point conversions to actually make it a thing. But yeah, then you got you go back to last year, Jalen Hurts, that's another thing too with his playing style, and he's kind of like a wiry framing guy. He's not a Anthony Richardson built type of guy or a Cam.
He's not real framing. I mean, he squats 600 pounds or whatever the fuck it is.
He's bigger than Deshaun Watson for sure.
Wiry.
Yeah. Well, because then, they're kind of like, a little gangliness to them. You know what I mean? What is he, like 6'2" actually? It's his arms are long.
Hurts is probably around 6'1", 6'2" is my guess.
Yeah. Still though, the wear and tear, it's always this time of year when he starts taking, he's taking a beating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Juju Smith shit the bed.
I love that name.
Yeah, he did.
Juju Smith shit the bed.
Since he's out, he can focus more on his TikTok career. Damn, you guys are going hard in the comments on Juju.
You remember Juju when he came into the league? He didn't have his license, so he used to like ride his bike to practice.
Yeah, they stole his bike. Remember?
They stole his bike.
That was the name of one of my teams. It was Who Stole Juju's Bike.
Oh, instead of like the Pee Wee Herman movie, right?
Juju's Big Adventure.
Yes, Juju's Big Adventure. Who stole my bike?
They never found out. I don't think.
Nah. Then he got his L's.
Yeah, then he got his own.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets
All right.
Sagittarius. But yeah, I think that might be him, huh?
That might be it. I mean, we haven't gotten too much else, so we've upgraded a lot of things here as far as people in the chat and doing stuff. Don't forget to check us out later. We got the H-Town Huddle dropping sometime between now and the game on Sunday. Just compiling some info still. So far we have Nico, who's been activated with some of the corresponding moves that I'll touch on later. Will Anderson's threw him out of practice today, so likely trending to not playing. They said there was some counter arguments on the internet, people freaking out saying that it was a season ender, but I don't think that's where we're at. So don't worry about that, folks, but I'll give you all the updates later. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Catch you guys on the flip side.
I'll catch you guys and I'll update the list and I'll continue that throughout the day. All right, gentlemen, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Happy Friday.
Hey.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.